All right, I think we're live. Welcome to the stream. What's up? What's up, Jerry? Good morning. What's up, Realm Chat? Ready for that definitive proof? Absolutely. I mean, we've already received so much. I washed my hair last night, so like my hair is really poofy, so you'll have to pardon that. Today we're going to continue on with Twin Ports Paranormal. We'll probably have one more stream of this next week, and then I think that'll be all the episodes. Tomorrow we're going to do a deep dive into the Black Pill. Friday we're gonna do Memphis Wrestling. Saturday is regular Voight Watch. And yeah, then we'll be done for the week. VP is all over the interwebs. What happened? Did VP make it do a no-no? All right, let's see. Yeah, is there anything else? I really didn't do anything yesterday that I can think of that would be worthy of discussing during the news segment anyway. Yeah, I can't think of anything. I do have a pretty good selection, I think, for the what's up, Luna, for the Black Pill stream tomorrow, but it's probably going to be a pretty depressing stream in a lot of ways. But this is episode 5 of Twin Ports Paranormal. This is going back to the 1948 commemorative hangar where we got the Nazi wolf ring, and then we learned about the planes that were patrolling the camps, apparently. Kinetic Kell once again domed by the apex social predator. Oh my god. Why would Kinetic Kell interact with Grace at this point? What's up, Russell Plunge? What did VP do to get on the internet? What'd she do to blow up or whatever? Oh, no problem, Luna. No, I haven't caught up on anything. I watched the Jedi yesterday. I watched a little bit of VP. She only had like an hour stream, I think, yesterday. Or the one that I saw was only an hour. The show is big on the Nazi stuff. Yeah, what's that guy? I can't remember the guy's name. Harley. He seems to be really into it. All right, let's jump in. Episode 5. Commemorative Hangar Part 2. And remember, if you get too scared, just tap your foot on the floor 3 times and an usher will come over and help you.
Nobody there.
Nobody there.
Nobody there.
Okay, we got something there. What is that? What is that? That we would hear female voices up in this area. When you mentioned the female presence.
Uh-oh, female presence.
Hi, everybody.
Something
Welcome
savvy
to the
guy
Twin Ports
never
Paranormal,
feels.
Guys, we're back here. I'm Victoria.
That was
May.
mean, I'm
I've
sorry.
got Harley, Steve, Rick, and Ron, and we're gonna do the second part of. I hope you caught last time's episode of the 1940.
She supposedly hit someone with her car. Oh, that's a long time ago, though, Jeremy. Yeah, when she ran the guy over, that was a long time ago, and then the dog shitting on it. Yeah, we did we included the clip of VP running the guy over in one of the intoxicated women causing disturbances streams. Just watch my cat get scared by a sneeze. Yeah, what's up, Randy? That video was my #1 video last week. Radical Coders. What's Radical Coders?
48 commemorative hangar up at the airport. But we've got a second piece about that because a lot of stuff happened. So Harley's going to just give.
Yeah, VP right now is pretty much like her main drama is because it's basically like the fallout from the Nick arc over the summer. But then also she's facing like supposedly she's supposed to be leaving Purple's dad's house, but she's still there last time I saw.
Give us a little intro for those of you who didn't see the last episode.
Yeah, as far as for
Going
the
to a
last
concert.
episode, we kind of catch you up a little bit. We had some EVPs.
Yeah, Cicero is right here. Up in my little,
Materialized.
you can barely see him.
figure
He's
that
cuddled
showed
up with Poppy.
An apparition, and we've got more material on it, much more. But today's show is going to be a little different. We'd like to explain some of the things that are going on in the hangar.
And some of our experiences we had, you know. So yeah, it'll be
Some of it needs a little background, a little
Yeah.
context.
Oh
so
my
people
God, let me show you
understand what's
something.
happening. So the first clip we're gonna see is actually is an orb. That's the first clip.
Yes.
So can you talk a little bit
Yeah.
about?
You'll notice it's me and Harley in the clip with this one, and what I have on the table there is a meter.
Yeah, VP is unhinged. I tend to cover her like more chill, like chill content, but yeah. Check this out. Speaking of, I got an eyes wide shut mask. Speaking of VP, pretty awesome for Halloween.
It's a REM pod, and the center of this REM pod has a little light that stays lit, a little red light, and you'll see it on the ceiling of this video.
They've provided conclusive evidence at least a handful of times that the supernatural exists, and we also know that they have a lot of knowledge about World War II.
Yeah. What that does, it gets the cold and the hot, if there's a big change in it. And as this orb that you'll see come across, I just want you guys to pay attention to the ceiling, because that's where you'll see.
So you had this REM pod attached to the ceiling?
No.
But a REM pod does.
Buffalo
illuminating the
Beth
light
mask.
Oh, okay.
to the ceiling.
Okay.
That's all you can really see it, in this video.
I gotcha.
So when this thing goes by, sort of watch the ceiling. You'll see the blink.
You're
of the
going to-
REM pod
oh.
started going off.
I thought you were saying something really ominous, like at the Union House, we will see things come full circle. I didn't know you were going to see a band called Full Circle. Oh, I remember them now. That's your friend's band.
And it's a sign of.
Well,
it's
VP wore a mask similar to this, but I'm sure it was kept by the people who ran the website. But at least it's in the same like
one sound.
family.
But myself and Harley, we heard REM pod start doing its beeps for the.
I won't be wearing
temperature
mine in
change.
the same
Okay.
situation
And that's
that
what
VP
happens on this clip.
wears, to
And
be
what a REM
clear.
pod is it detects electromagnetic field in a 360 degree range. So there's lights on it that'll show.
Oh, and I also want to say, I'm not glorifying the blow bang. I'm just saying that, like, because VP says it was very emotionally distressing for her. I'm just saying it is part of the lore. I'm just mentioning.
area the energy is. But then this also in the center has a temperature gauge, so it'll let you know when it rises and falls.
So
by
when
changing
that
color.
orb came by it basically
It
registered.
Registered temperature change,
Did it register hot or cold?
cold, because it was. It's a red light, and sometimes it'll change to blue. But if I believe it stayed red, but it was picking up some change there in
Gotcha.
the temperature. So
All right, well, let's take a peek. See our orb.
like I said, watch the ceiling up there, that little glow
Watch the ceiling.
Where's the orb?
There's
right
the
there,
REM pod.
and then it'll still blink even a couple more times. It blinked
He said to watch the ceiling. It literally never that I saw made it to the ceiling.
Immediately.
Let's go back.
The orb.
ceiling up there, that little glow.
Okay. It starts down here and works its way up, it looks like. Oh, shit. Yeah,
The
okay.
orb.
There's
Right
the
there,
REM pod.
and then it'll still blink even a couple more times. It blinked immediately, and you're still getting the blinks.
Wow. So, did you guys see that orb?
No,
No,
So-
there's some people that can see them with peripheral vision, and it's a lot of times if they see something glide by, they just naturally take it as just nothing, vision or tired
Sure.
or whatever. But a lot of times there's people that can see them with
Hold on a second. How did this whole episode pass so far? 4 minutes in, and I didn't notice that OPC Don was on the panel. Wow.
peripheral vision as they go. My daughter is the one that can see them as they're in an intersection. She saw a blue orb, and she was discussing that with me. And says, "Well, why are orbs different colors?" And she had got double whammy. But my ex-wife's, she has a lot of feelings with sensitivity than with my family. I had asked her. I said, "Were you by a cemetery?" I said, "Oh, I went by an intersection, a crossover." Blue generally that color is a protective orb. So
Did you happen to go to a cemetery? No, but I was driving on a road. Close enough.
I says,
Get
"Well, on the way
serious.
back through, see if there's a cemetery there."
You're I love rearranging
He says, "Yeah, right
rooms.
there is that intersection, you look to the right, down the hill, there is a cemetery.
We got to make room
So I
for
said, well,
King
might have been an
Lee.
incident there that happened. Maybe it's a protective board. Maybe it's somebody that, you know, died in that area from an accident. You'll never know. But they're not impossible to see. Generally, we don't see them at all until we
So
look
you
at our-
guys just saw the REM pod going off.
Right, right.
So you figured something was, but you had the camera rolling, so the camera caught it.
Yes.
Yeah. But you had to find out later.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, we had the stationary cameras set up, and those, like I
Wish
said,
it had a
those ones don't
tablecloth.
have, sound. You know, so
Yeah.
these clips
I wonder if OPC is going to talk about like the ghosts and the some of the main ghosts. This would have been too early for him, I think, to have been part. Yeah, way too early to be part of the Thorpe adventure. I think this is 2019, right? Yeah.
don't have sound.
Okay.
We actually got our good cameras later.
Dude, for real, I learned that the hard way. That table that I use, it said it was water resistant, so I thought it was okay putting like my pizza on there, and it just like the heat from the pizza just fucking left just a fucking ruin. It didn't ruin the tabletop, but it definitely like you can tell. There might be something you can do. I don't know.
Investigation before we got our much better equipment. So
Okay.
What's up,
Okay,
Methadone
well,
Clinic?
And the next clip we're gonna see, I think is the second clip was the.
Hi, Methadone Clinic.
Is that the flash
Got
camera?
my
the
mask
camera
on.
like flashes.
oh
That was wasn't
no.
that a fluorescent light? That
No,
came
what
on?
that is, okay, no, what that is some of the experiences that the people in the hangar were having was the lights would go on and off
Okay.
in the museum part of it. And we had a camera set up, that same camera that had with the last video was sitting there, and we were all
Message
in the
me on
hangar
Discord,
itself.
let me see.
The hangar and the museum is separated. You had to go through a door.
Okay.
And
I thought you got
nobody-
So you're
hacked.
not in this room.
Nobody's in the museum at all at this moment. We're actually having a break. One
Oh,
of
it's a
our
voice message. I
investigators-
better not just play it on the air. You never know.
Jamie at the time was just sitting there looking at the monitor, and she goes, "There's some flashes going on, you know, in there." And we went back and we recreated it and stuff like that also. And what happens is a light, someone turns on and off a light.
I can't believe
the
Grace
light
made
switches are
Kinetic Kel cry again.
Inside the museum. You know, you can't control nothing from in the hangar itself.
Kel, you can't be putting
So-
people over on TV. You can put people over on the house shows. Keep the brand strong.
She sees these lights. We go back, we review it, and we also recreated it, and it's exactly what it does. Something turned on and off that light. But what you see is
I can
on
play
the
it.
glass, you'll see
You don't
a
mind if I play
reflection
it? I don't know.
of the actual light that's in the hallway. And that's what you see in the light. You'll see that flash, and you'll see the fluorescent.
Gamer of the Damned, the guy that mods for Ruby. I went to his channel. I don't really understand it.
Shape of the bulb. You know,
I don't really
straight
remember it,
across.
but there
And
was
it goes
something
on and
about
off
it that I didn't
twice.
understand.
The guys that are there had told us that there have been many times they've gone back there and the lights have been turned off, the lights have been turned off. On,
Oh, he said that one of his friends is on Lolcow Circus or something like that. One of Keemstar's lower shows, or maybe it's like a fake Keem show or something. I don't know.
It was a regular kind of thing. And they ended up eventually
You don't care, you're not
going
scared.
back in the museum area and shutting power down when they left. So otherwise, if you
Kinetic
put power
Kel
on,
getting
it stayed
mogged
like,
by Grace.
And then we checked for sensors.
Here I'm
and
trying to
there's
build
no
her
light
up in the
sensors there
territory, and this
at
is
all.
what
Yeah,
happens.
and those light switches, you know, they're
Oh, hang on. Whoops. Okay, let's see.
Good morning, Mark. I just have a question. So I'm moving all my Art Freak videos onto ManyVids, as well as Patreon, they'll still be. But in the Safe for Work area, they've been trying to create a Safe for Work section for like a couple of years now, and I'm just gonna help, I guess. But my question is, do you mind if I put our interview up on there, or would you rather not be associated with such filth?
No, I'm
Just like
happy to
any
be
other light
associated
switch,
with
you know,
such
you
filth.
have to
You
turn
actually
it- you actually physically
flip
have
the
to turn them
switch.
up and down.
You can put the video absolutely anywhere you want to, in any format you want to, in any anything. I don't
You
care.
know, we couldn't find anything, you know, that would cause that to happen.
Grace is naughty sometimes. Yeah, poor Kel.
All right, well, let's take a look at our second.
It's like a lion attacking a gazelle for no reason.
There, you see a flash, and if you look in the back, you'll see the reflection on the glass. And that was definitely the light in the hallway.
And that
going
was
on and off.
just outside the Nazi room.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
outside the
yeah,
Nazi room.
That's where the big glass case was.
Now, is he talking about at the
Reflection
hangar
was-
or his home?
It was actually what they call the just the
Yeah, you
outside
can-
of the Japanese.
Anything if we ever do any collab stuff, you can always post it anywhere you want to. I don't care. I watch other people's stuff all the time, so like I can't really be picky about it.
collection, and they had aircraft and stuff, and they had a Canadian uniform.
Ben
That
told the
area
world a
over the
cat
top.
pick
Now,
was a
it
vajayjay
It was
pick.
really funny. We didn't catch a lot of that on our stationary cameras because they're getting knocked down and everything too. So
That's what
it
he
was,
calls his
really hard
bedroom,
to
the
say
Nazi
that,
room.
There's much activity that was there that we couldn't have caught more from another angle.
Well, in that clip, that last clip, doesn't the camera also move? Is
Yeah,
that the
at
one?
the very beginning, the camera
Yeah.
actually moves.
It,
Yeah,
like takes a little jog.
Yeah.
Like,
just kind of.
and there's nobody in the room
Nobody
to
in the room.
touch the camera.
No, no.
And
You gonna go take a
that
shower?
camera
Nice.
That
Don't-
we had there was
Listen,
one that,
I hate to quote Eric McHenry, but keep your minds out of the gutter, guys, when it comes to that. If you want to see that, you're not going to find that on YouTube. The Bethadone shower
On a
stream.
tripod.
I was on a tripod, yeah.
Yeah, that one was
that was
definitely secure.
I'm smoking
And, you know, again, we
trap
wouldn't
truffles
have
today.
noticed that, you know, until after we reviewed, of course, but we actually noticed it that night because Jamie seen it on the monitor outside of we had two monitors.
Okay.
We had one
Man, this-
inside of the
Damn, bro.
museum itself, and we had one that was out
Smells like a
in
trap
the
house.
hangar.
And you
when
had
we
somebody
were-
watching.
Yeah, when we were in the hangar, you know, it was break time. We just take breaks, and Jamie just sat and noticed that. But we went back and we were trying to say, okay, what would cause this? So we go back in there and have everybody watch monitors, and I'm going, okay, no, it's like we had to find which light it was,
Right.
Because there's multiple lights through this place, and finally I find the right one. I
You're
click it on
kidding
and
me.
off,
I
and
would have
that's
never
it, that's
known
it.
that.
So
I'd
we
have had
knew
no
what
way of knowing.
switch it was. But there's nobody there to turn that on and off,
Wow.
and we caught that, and we
You can also find this great video of Bethadone, like, declothed, but she's playing, like, the violin. It's like some real David Lynch shit.
recreated exactly. So that's exactly what happened. Was the light switch went on and off.
Wow. Wild.
And while we're on the subject of lights, another thing.
Oh
happened
boy,
that
here he
night.
comes.
There was a lot of action in that place, so everybody had their ears out listening and watching, and we were taking a break in the middle
Yo,
of
what's
the,
up, Daninsky?
hangar. They had a big round table and chairs, and we're sitting around it, just taking it easy and having a cigarette. And right above us,
Dude, did any of you guys watch any of the Vinny Slugga streams yesterday? There was this one where it was hours on end, and it was like, it was Molly Slugga just staring at the camera, and then there were these crazy noises. I don't know if it was a YouTube video or if John was like doing his war screams again, but it sounded like somebody was like slaughtering people inside of like a abandoned meat packing plant or something. It was just like these crazy sounds while this doll stared into the camera.
in a junction box, it just flashed. and
Buffalo
all kinds of
Biff.
sparks,
Trap
and
truffles.
all the lights went out.
I thought Beth got hacked.
Everybody just about went crazy, but I got on the phone and called the caretaker and found out which breakers to turn on and off, and that one you couldn't get the lights back on, but we did finally get some light in it
Yeah.
for the rest of the night.
Wow.
We do have an EVP of that too.
Is that one of the
That's one of the
EVPs?
EVPs we'll be playing here.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That's the popping. What
I can't wait for the close up on a computer screen of the little audio things.
is the first EVP we have is? Oh, okay. That's the woman's voice.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
Why don't you tell a little bit about that?
Oh, that
if we're
was,
gonna get into that one, that was that Japanese. Okay.
Well,
Oh,
see, the Japanese room,
Japanese.
we had trouble with with that room right from the start.
Something dark
Number
going
one,
on in
we
the
place
Slugga
the recorder
household.
on the
Agreed.
shelf in the display, turn it on, and
He's
come
in
back
full
in a half
Halloween mode.
hour, and it would be shut off. Batteries are good. Checked it all out. Change the recorder, stick it up there, it goes off again. So something was actually shutting the recorder down. Now during that EVP of in the Japanese room, it's like a woman's
Do you think like Linda has kind of cashed out on trying to moderate these after 4 episodes?
voice is saying something like Alibi or Halibi. I looked it up I Googled it, and there's different meanings in different languages, but this one in Japanese stated it meant fly high, fly low. So it was kind of a goodwill gesture to a pilot, as you know, for leaving. Just fly high, fly low, stay safe kind of thing. So that was really interesting. As it goes by, you can hear these banging sounds. And it sounds like
all right, now we got
gunfire.
some banging sounds.
And then you can hear a scream, and you can hear more banging as it goes.
Sound like Vinny
and it-
Slugga's live stream.
So it's like I don't know how to explain it. It's what do we call when things
Residual.
Yeah, residual when
Yeah.
they more or less repeat themselves as time goes
Probably
on.
coming off of some object.
Yeah.
That's there. That absorbed this energy and
And there
stuff.
was a pilot's Japanese flag with all stuff written on it from people, goodwill gestures and everything, and names and stuff, and that was hanging there as well.
So it was almost like the sound of a battle scene, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, when they say residual, we've explained it before in other episodes, but a residual is basically like a record that plays over and over again. So you'll see the same image, same time, every day.
Residual to me, I think I would summarize it as being like lingering and repeating, like an echo of the past.
And that it's not intelligent. It just keeps replaying.
Let
over
these
and over
liars cook.
again. And that's more than likely what they caught.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're in an area with a lot of light,
Screaming and banging, yeah.
that's a
Limestone.
My
huge-
poor
and
kinetic
these
Kel.
objects, right?
Yeah.
You often find this stuff attached.
K-I.
to the
What was it?
objects,
K-I-N. E-T-I-C.
yeah,
K-E
all right,
double
well,
L.
let's
Kinetic
listen to
Kel.
this name that we don't, can't say.
And now she got
Okay,
put in a squash match.
we had to translate this. The word Libby, something along that form, was Japanese. This was taken out of the Japanese display recorder.
I think she doesn't really probably give a shit because she's probably being paid either way by the... They probably have like a liaison available for the people who do shows here. But looking through the Pact YouTube page, I don't see a whole lot of other shows, period. So I wonder, like, do they just not get posted, or were there really not that many people? I would think you would... In my mind, I'm thinking everybody would want a show. So it would be like really hard to get one, but maybe that's not the case.
The woman is saying, fly high, fly low.
Think your
But near
dog
the
is
end, I think
haunted?
the pilot
A
met his
dark
demise.
shadow. Oh no.
So I'm going to play it for you.
In the daytime too. Wow. Bold. No, I don't think really think is Kinetic Kel a trad girl? I think she's more of like a she doesn't really have a lot of trad qualities. Well, I think after hearing this, even the most like, even if your heart is really hardened to to like the possibilities of the supernatural, after hearing this evidence, even a skeptic has to say that yes, ghosts are real.
So that's good. Kind of the woman's part is in the middle there.
It's
kind of in the middle.
at
The
beginning,
woman's part is in the middle.
and then she says something else after she says that Alibi, and then it progresses. You can start hearing the banging in the background
Yeah.
going off, and then it goes where you saw the screen when it widened up. You could hear like somebody was screaming. and you could hear the bang, bang, bang again. So it sounded like a battle. It sounded like maybe the plane was being shot.
You
at,
hear a
shot down,
vacuuming,
I don't know.
a vacuum.
But it was pretty interesting. We played it.
Look at her face. Like, she seems genuinely mystified. She does try to sell for him occasionally, but, like, I just feel like she's got to reach a point at some time in this TV show where it's just too much bullshit, but I doubt it. She seems pretty professional.
Get back, and it was. I had talked to Rick. I says, "We got somebody that got shot down. It really sounds like it."
Yeah.
So of course we're all crazy about it. You know, we get this stuff goes on, and we get recordings, and we're on the phone going back and forth, playing this stuff, sending it to each other.
You're right.
But it really gets us going.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so where did you guys go next?
Ghosts.
Now?
What's up, F-Wood?
I think our next EVP is that the I'm trying to remember what the. Oh.
See, we're already having big problems, and if Keemstar was running this show, he would fire the docket team immediately. You should know what you're going to show, and it doesn't mean that everything is, like, laid out or whatever, but, like, certainly you should be like, okay, we're going to play this clip first, and we're going to set it up. I feel like they've set up 3 audio clips, and we've only heard one of them. Like, I thought they were setting up a woman's voice. I didn't hear a woman's voice in there at any time. I don't remember hearing a pilot voice say in any language, fly low, fly high, or whatever. I feel like the structure of the show is collapsing at this point.
You hear...
That was with Karen, was it?
Well, is that the one with Ron and Karen? And then there was where Karen got...
These losers just
Ron
sit
and Karen,
around.
this is what I'm sure it is. Ron and Karen were in actually that German room again. And...
Like, no offense to them, but there was nothing of value in that last recording. Some of them you could argue, like, oh, well, you can't really tell what they're saying, but you can hear something. Like, that was nothing. That was an absolute flop.
Ron is asking, you know, any of these uniforms belong to you and stuff like
Victoria,
that. Victoria,
yeah.
Brought up things with the objects. And at the same time, Karen is holding a K2.
What was that one lady's name? Lady
K2
E
meter
or
makes
something?
no sound.
Oh, no, that was
just like
Chris
that.
E.
And so they asked these questions.
Lady J?
You'll hear Karen say yes. That's
Karen.
because her K2 meter spiked out. But what they didn't know is what we caught on the recorder. There was like a response. And
What'd you do, record in the
yes, 'cause
bathroom?
She noticed the K2 meter go.
Okay, Vinny Slugga.
It all
So
corresponded.
Karen
there.
asks the question.
Ron and Karen, yeah, and then Karen, as soon as she's seen it spike, she goes, yes. You know, like that's the answer. Their answer is
She
yes.
says, does this belong to you?
Yes.
Okay, is
Yeah.
her question.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
okay. All right, let's roll that one.
You didn't see Kinetic Kel get reduced to tears?
All right,
What even, did anybody answer? What even is radical coding? I've never even heard of that before, I don't think.
this one here, Ron and Karen were asking questions, and at the end you'll hear Karen go yes, and that's because she got a response on the K2 meter that she was holding. It spiked out. But we also caught this on a recorder. Let us know what you think it might be saying.
Is one of the uniforms yours?
One of these items in here, do they belong to you? Yes. Do they belong to you? Do they belong to you? Do they belong to you?
Do you remember that time we watched the clip where they reconstructed the mummy's vocal cords so that they could hear his voice, and all it did was let out like a short scream?
Do they belong to you?
You can definitely hear
Yeah.
an answer to the question.
Yeah.
I can't really...
Hold on. I feel like it's very relevant, and I don't get to talk about it very much. But given that we're talking about voice recordings, here we go. Mummy voice reconstruction. Who are these people? Okay, here we go.
Scientists were able to mimic Nessie Amun's voice by recreating his mouth and vocal cords with a 3D printer. It allowed them to produce a single sound.
Can you imagine?
Scientists were able to mimic Nessie Amun's voice by
He's a gay guy that's been on Ben and Grace's show a lot lately.
recreating his mouth and vocal cords with a 3D printer. It allowed them to produce a single sound.
Really make out. Does it say? I don't know what it says.
I love
there.
that clip for some
like-
reason.
certain myself.
But it's just a sound like.
Yeah, I mean, it could be saying yes, it could be. You know,
Well, I try not to get too off course just because I want to keep the theme of the show for the people that came in. But like I feel like that's pretty like relevant to what we're watching.
Saying something?
right?
Yeah.
But it's just so that you know how that came in Karen's K2 meter.
We're gonna go to Cairo. I don't know any other Egyptian cities. We're gonna go to Giza. I can't name all of them like Howard Dean did. Yeah. What all that money and time and science. We just get a 2-second scream.
Went off and she goes, yes. You know, because
yeah.
it answered, you know, she thought it was answering through the K2 meter.
Right.
Which it does.
Yeah.
You know, they will do that. And along with, we got
Radical
this,
coding
whatever
is
it
woke
was on the
BS.
recorder. So,
I've never heard of Radical Streamer.
So,
Or what's his name?
There's
Radical
definitely
Coder.
something there.
Yeah.
That's not her. That's not Karen's
Yeah.
voice. So. Okay, what's our next clip now? Oh, that was weird.
Yeah, that was the one with Ron was talking about.
Yeah.
Maybe you can bring us up to that one.
It's
Where
the
the
light.
light exploded.
Oh, yes, that was great.
That's
Yeah.
kind
That
of
was
Yeah.
fun.
Anything anyone
kind of a-
disagrees with now
that's
is
a fun
woke.
little-
That
Woke,
was the one that
Nazi.
Ron was explaining where it was like the 4th of July fireworks when that.
What
when
are
that
some of the
didn't go
other-
off. I mean, the junction box. It was just sparks and you know, it just like watching those little
Sparklers.
sparklers. Yeah.
yeah.
And it was fun because
Cut out the woke crap.
because it first
Listen,
it,
cut
you hear
the woke crap.
the arc and the lights go out and
Sure.
stuff. So it was there. But apparently we may have energized something in the
Oh,
room
boy.
at that time as well because we're getting a
You
repeat
gotta be
of
shitting me, dude. Old Harley thinks that they energized something.
it.
They can't even
Saying-
energize a local Duluth public access show.
Something and it escalates a little bit more as it goes.
We're gonna take back the White
And,
House.
whenever you feel energy in the air, you can.
Well, now we have to. Now we have to do is we have to cover all the famous screams now. This is just such an icon. And remember, when you watch this, we've talked about it before, but when you watch this, remember, this is all it took to end the presidential campaign of Howard Dean. At that time, this is all you had to do.
You know something? You know something? If you had told us 1 year ago that we were going to come in third in Iowa, we would have given anything for that. And you know something? You know something? Not only are we going to New Hampshire, Tom Harkin, we're going to South Carolina and Oklahoma and Arizona and North Dakota and New Mexico. And we're going to California and Texas and New York. And we're going to South Dakota and Oregon and Washington and Michigan. And then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House. Ah!
Like, that's it.
And then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House. Ah!
That was it. His entire presidential campaign was done. That was it. Everything for Howard Dean ended with one scream. That's all it used to take to get you canceled.
Definitely get reactions.
So was this light thing? Did that happen towards the end of your evening?
It was towards the end, yeah.
Towards the end, yeah.
And then another thing too, at the same time, that night that we were there was a big storm outside. So all the big doors are rattling and going, and there's lightning and thunder.
So it was some electricity.
That
then
added to it.
Then we took the taser out, the 1,000,000-volt taser, and
Oh, we added that.
we added that
Oh
in
my
there too.
God.
So it was pretty crazy.
Pretty
night.
energized.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's take a look at the festivities.
Okay, this one in the hangar, that night we were getting rain. and
Nobody
rain was
votes for
coming in,
policies.
And arced out one
Be
of the
serious,
overhead lights,
Daninsky.
And you can hear the bang. And we got a response after that. Just
Have you ever like really tried to talk actual politics with somebody, not culture war, but actual politics, and they're just like, I don't really. Everything always spins somehow, no matter who you talk to on what side. It spins into how whatever policy is actually part of an agenda from the other side. That whatever, like no one wants to talk about policies anymore, except the people in blood sports, and they don't want to actually talk. They always turn into race and culture war stuff too.
Some weird noises. Tell me what you think. Okay.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Is that the banging?
It's like, what the heck was that?
So
We didn't hear that.
you hear the light pop. Oh, you didn't hear that.
We didn't hear that noise that was constant.
It sounded like somebody in pain.
Ooh, sounds like
growing.
Rocco
I
Siffredi.
mean, and it just continued on like, what, 6 times?
It sounded like it was trying to catch its breath.
Yeah, there's
It
something.
was just gagging for air each time.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, and
But-
not sure what that exactly was, but it
Cold
was
spots?
something we definitely did not hear. And,
Huh.
and what?
There's a historic house around here that's kind of haunted, and I think you can rent it out, but I don't know they would rent it to me, but I think it would be fun to have like a seance in there, but
With that, after that,
I think yeah.
that strike. and
I
that
don't know,
start,
though,
that
how it would
stuff,
go.
This came behind it, it's like, wow.
Wow.
It's probably
that's not,
expensive
so
too. You probably have to
got-
have
you know,
like
you got
I would think they would have everything insured if they were like allowing people to have get together. Also, I don't know that you can rent it out to have like a party. You might just be able to rent it out to have like a dinner or something like that.
a lot of stuff up there. You probably could have, you
Sounds
probably
like someone
have
was
more stuff
Man, they were really
that
into it
happened up
too. They
there.
were really thumping.
But
I'd like to tell a little quick. Like,
They were
here's-
watching a
here's an
lingerie
incident
stream out in the RV and cranking it. Period.
that I had there that we don't have cameras on it, but there was a time I only sent in so many people at
Here's the Alex Jones rationale. Well, we didn't have any cameras on us when we were accosted by Secret Service, but trust me, the Bohemian Grove was overrun with secret agents. But like the entire time we saw it, everything was peaceful. This guy's like, you don't see any evidence of ghosts in any of the stuff we actually filmed, but once while the cameras were off.
at the hangar or inside the museum at the time, so we didn't have any interference. And I
Ghost
brought in
hunting
the
seems
FLIR,
odd, I would agree.
Which is a thermal imaging, and Harley was going to be there.
Serious
with me,
economic
he was
policy
behind me
debate.
while I'm walking through, and I started walking through.
Does Minar even understand what a government is? Like, could he grasp the idea of like how a government works or what the goal of a government might be? I think he would have he'd have a problem with that.
And I go through all these different rooms, and I starting to come back, and I hear Harley behind me like stumbling and stuff. So I'm holding my FLIR. I grab.
Can we
my
get
flashlight out of my
EFD
pocket,
in
and I just click it on
instead?
behind me? I'm still looking at the FLIR, and I thought I'm gonna give Harley light so he can, don't wreck nothing in this place. And as I come to this one room where we did have the monitors, one of the monitors in the museum part, Harley's sitting there. I'm like, well then who the heck is behind me? And I look, of course, nothing there. Somebody was walking behind me that whole time in there, even bumping into stuff. And I was the only one in there. And the thing is we don't have any cameras of that, but I didn't even know.
He come around the corner. He says, "What are you doing there?"
Yeah.
I said, "I actually thought you were behind me." No, I come back to check the monitor. You just kept going, so I just sit and watched you. So I was watching him go through.
so you heard somebody walking behind you.
like he never left, and especially towards the end there when he was or whatever was banging into things right behind me, and I thought I better give him some light because he's gonna wreck something. And then all of a sudden I walk in the room and there he is, there he sits. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that we were experiencing
Right,
that
and you
night.
can't capture it all, right? You're
No,
not gonna be
no.
at the right place at the right time to capture all of it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
No, in every investigation we do, we all come away with our own personal experiences that you don't quite get on a recorder, you don't get it on a video camera.
Of course, yeah.
It's something you witness, and you wish you had that stuff there, but
I think it just all goes back to like I don't understand the motivation of people who are willing to like punish themselves in order to punish people they don't like. Like that mentality makes no sense to me, but it seems like pretty much everyone I talk about politics with, no matter what their affiliations are, like that they seem to be more focused on like restricting the rights of others. Like both sides complain about cancel culture and stuff, but like they both do it heavily. Like everybody's super like, I don't know how to describe it.
They don't always want to have it recorded, so they're going to throw stuff at you when you least expect it.
EFD and Nikki New. Yeah, I'd be down for Nikki New. Nikki New, the one of the true sex icons of the Boit.
Oh, especially like like in Ron's case, we do catch some of it.
The Ric Flair
on
of the
camera
Boit.
when he feels something. He gets touched a lot. We'll be placing, he'll say something,
Yeah.
just touch me in the arm. Did you get? I think you got touched that night too, didn't you?
At the hangar.
At the hangar.
Yeah, I was walking in back of the girls anyways, and I had the cam.
Like they do that all the time in this, and like I said, that was one of my favorite like loops of Alex Jones. I reviewed like almost all the Alex Jones movies on here, but I like the fact that he always had this crazy story after we saw like the boring footage from wherever he was. He always had this like big story about how some crazy thing happened, but the battery had died on their camera or something.
Walking along, and from the back, I could feel just like somebody cupped my elbow.
Well,
Like
I
trying
saw
to
your
hold
taxes
up
are
the
going to go up.
Camera for me, and I turned around.
Do you think that if they keep the prices the same, I guess it really won't be it really won't be much of a factor.
I look, and there was nobody
Somebody, I can't remember what, somebody told me the tax rate, but I forgot it.
there. And then right after
To try
that,
to
I felt
discourage like
the hand
people
on
from
my
out of
back,
state
and
coming in, I guess.
You could feel the hand. It wasn't, both places. You could feel that it was a hand.
Which is weird because why? They don't, it doesn't sound like you're having any kind of shortage problems or anything.
Wow.
Yeah, so I mean, you get
Nikki
all
New
kinds of things
can
out
go
there, which,
all
like I say,
night
You don't get it
long.
on camera, and of course you're not going to see the hand. You just gotta, believe what the guy
Yeah, well, I
said. Yeah.
had you remember I had that experience at Raspberry Inn when I was there, and I felt like something. I all of a sudden felt my hair go like that.
Uh-oh.
And I thought, well, I suppose it's
Remember when this guy tried to convince us he felt the cold wind blowing through his hair?
possible that there was a draft that just hit that one spot. On
I
my
like
head.
Linda. I
didn't
don't
feel
care for her
anywhere else.
haircut though.
But it didn't seem likely, and I looked to see if there was,
Gun
anybody
jam?
right behind, because it honestly felt like
A round table of Grace Thorpe's former lovers. This guy definitely looks like reminds me of OPC Don. I don't know if they were lovers. I don't know if there was love involved in whatever transpired, but yeah. This guy's definitely OPC vibes. I don't,
could
she
have been a
probably,
touch
is there any,
more-
do we have anybody close to this guy?
like a breath, if somebody kind of breathed on your hair and it moved a little, So I looked to see if somebody was talking behind me, and the only people that were by me were a couple of feet away. So
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I feel like as long as the stores don't raise their prices, that's going to be kind of a trivial thing. I think the people that I'm talking to maybe don't know what the price, they're assuming like pricing.
unless they were literally standing back there blowing on my head.
Grow your own.
We
Yeah,
had a
I
picture
can't do
that we
that.
all took that evening too at Lady O, and everybody was there. And he blew the picture up. If you look behind me, it's like you could see another face behind me.
And some people think that was a person.
Yeah.
And to me, I sort of love that they think it was, because there
I've
wasn't
never
a person
seen that
behind
guy
it.
aside from very little during the where were they at, Las Vegas or something?
In that hallway, into the back room, and it's actually see-through, but it looks so real. These are, some catches that are totally amazing, I think, and the
Is that
experience.
the one when he was showing the guy in back of him, the camera?
No,
It's
that
the
was
group.
another.
It's a group
It
shot.
was a group shot at
Oh,
the end.
oh,
Yeah.
oh.
So, kind of wrapping up that discussion, let's talk about what you guys have coming up next.
Well, we've
So our
got.
next
Well, we've got episode 6.
episode.
We've finally.
Oh, actually, I'm sorry to tell you, I don't think we have episode 6. I was unable to source episode 6. I think we jumped straight to 7. Yeah, so unfortunately, I couldn't find episode 6. I searched like
got
every
around the point
possible
where we
thing
have
for
some
it.
homes that we've done, and we'd like to bring forward. We've talked with the.
Let me try something, though, real quick. I couldn't find the video of Vegan Patriots sitting on a cake for a long time either, but I eventually did find it. Twin Ports Paranormal, episode 6. They have a Facebook group. Yeah, I don't see it, unfortunately. I think there's 3 episodes missing from the Duluth archive.
Of these dwellings, and they've given us permission to air what we found on their places.
So these are folks that called you,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
reached and said, we're having some kind of problem.
Yep.
And we'd like you to come up and take a look, correct?
Right. We're not gonna
Too much
say
Nazi
exactly
stuff.
whose home it is yet.
Right.
What we're going to do. We don't want to create any bum rushes to their homes to find out if they got ghosts.
Yeah.
So, but we'll when the program opens, we'll give a good idea of.
Oh, I'm excited for that. That's
Yeah.
interesting. All right. Well, that wraps up this episode of Twin Ports Paranormal.
So if I had to say right off the top of my head, it sounds like they go to someone's house. Maybe that's the issue with why the episode is unavailable, because they give like the address out and shit.
Come and see us next time. We'll be back with the guys.
It's just kind of surreal to see it like that. Twin Ports Paranormal. Okay, yeah. Again, I don't know that that's why, but that we're back to like a business now. Twin Ports Paranormal, episode 7, Cloquet River Inn.
Nobody there. Okay, we got something.
Oh
there.
boy, this is back
What is
again.
that? What is that? That we would hear female voices up in this area. When you mentioned the female presence.
Hi, everyone. My name is Victoria Main. We're here for another episode of Twin Ports Paranormal. I'm here with the guys Rick, Steve, and Harley. And we're going to talk today about their adventures up
Probably at the
Cloquet
station,
River
maybe.
Inn, which is a place that I've been hearing about for a long time. That stuff's going on up there. So, who wants to start?
Oh, look at Harley.
Little fill out.
Did he get cleaned up a little bit? Got his hair pulled back in a ponytail?
Know what the place is about. The place was actually started out as a logging camp in the 1900s, and they had a good time. They had a bar up there, everything all set. It progressed as time went on to a bigger and better thing. It used to be the Young Old Man's Club, and the bar was pretty healthy. So was her house down the road.
Should I interview? This is a long shot, by the way, but I was offered the opportunity to put my name in to possibly interview Kevin Smith, the director guy from Clerks and shit. Since I'm not really in that industry anymore, like, should I sign up for the interview, and if I get it, see if we can get a Kevin Smith EFD 306?
From there was no affiliation with women in the bar.
I mean, worst case scenario, he's like, well, how unprofessional, and like ends the interview or whatever, but
if they needed the need, then somebody get on the old hello, and they'd send them down. So it was a pretty interesting
Eric
place. It's got a lot of
McHenry,
history.
once every 2 months.
It's amazing that the river, as close as it is to the area, hasn't come up and swallowed that area like everybody else. Flooding everywhere just takes things, but that place still stands. And
So all of those things were on the property where the River Inn is now?
Because I really wouldn't, I wouldn't want to talk to him about his movies
her
particularly.
house was down the road a mile. So what they
No,
had to
it's
do-
part of like it's like part of a media thing. There's like Dogma is coming out in Australia and in England on Blu-ray, I think, for the first time. And I think Dogma's been out of print here for a minute, unless somebody reissued it here. But since it's releasing on Blu-ray in a couple places, the PR companies are reaching out to media.
was make a phone call.
Gotcha.
Verify the guy's going down. So that way, if the cop.
I mean, he really can't get mad about it, can he? If I do a regular interview and then I'm like, oh yeah, hey, speaking of Hollywood, how do you feel about EFD borrowing $306.17 for a bus ticket in a hotel room and refusing to pay it back?
Came. they got wind of whether they're coming to check them out at the bar, or if they went down the road, they can call down and chase everybody out. So.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then right across the river from the bar, there's a section of woods with a clearing.
Yeah, I like his
where
movies. I just don't know what I would
known
talk like,
there
what I would
used to
ask
be
him. I don't really have
witchcraft
any questions about him.
performed there, satanic rituals performed there.
Really?
And
Oh boy, satanic rituals. I bet.
we were unable to investigate that at that point because it was winter time and we had a lot of snow on the ground, but we are going to make an attempt.
So who called you guys up there?
Let me send him a
One of
response
the
then. I should
clients
probably
is-
message him.
It's an apartment building
like,
now.
Oh.
And one of the clients called
Sooner
and said
rather
that,
than later.
You're experiencing all kinds of different things.
Get on the
they had a
waiting list or
closet
whatever.
door that would open and
Okay,
close,
let's
and
see.
they'd even lock it, come home and it'd be open. One of the clients had a medication thing in their
Okay, so it says that they're celebrating the 25th anniversary of Dogma in UK and Irish cinemas the 7th of November. Kevin Smith is the available talent for the interview. Please note, interview opportunities are limited and subject to approval. Submitting a request does not guarantee an interview slot will be allocated. To assist in the request process, please fill in this form. So
dresser.
it could still be a
They would
long
come home
shot.
and be in the middle of the living room floor, just standing up. They seen an older lady by the kitchen window, and just all different kinds of things. And they had glasses that would explode. You know, they had glasses. They'd sit on their coffee table.
Yeah, they'd actually implode.
Yeah, or implode. Yeah.
They would set up around this area where there was a mirror and there's a power box, nice power box behind it, so
Right
it was
behind that mirror.
amplified. And right down from that mirror, and these glasses would just implode on themselves. So it was rather strange.
Yeah. So they called us, and then we headed out there and did what we could.
Okay, so this first clip that we're gonna see, you guys are getting stuff. Is it on the Ovulus? Is that what this is where you start to get the name Bill and?
Yep. You
And
told about the Ovulus.
The Ovulus is a phonetic generator. It's basically a dictionary of words that it's known that spirits can manipulate the energies around it to come up
Okay,
with
I
one of
submitted
2048
I
words
submitted
that are
a
within the
request.
Ovulus. The weird part about the Ovulus is we do get other words that are not in the dictionary.
Ask him about
So
Selma
they're able to
Hayek.
manipulate it and make their own words. There's a lot of the names that we get that come through it. A lot of those aren't in there.
Oh, sorry.
Right.
Whoops.
So it's pretty incredible device that can be used to communicate with spirits.
Okay, so let's take a look at this. Tell me what's.
To try to help my chances, I put any for everything. Like what's the minimum time you need to whatever. I put any time availability, any. I just put any on everything. So I'll just be completely flexible to get the clip.
What's happening before we roll this clip? Tell me what you're doing.
Well, right now in this clip, myself, Lex, and Tom were in there. Tom and Lex are some of the clients there, and he's holding the camera and he's pointing it towards the kitchen.
Dogma's a good chance too if there happened to be anybody Catholic that I wanted to speak about.
What was her name? Myrtle?
Myrtle, I think was the name. Yeah, but during this time we're asking who's there, and we get some responses on the Ovulus.
You think it's funny, but I will literally ask Kevin Smith about the drugs that Michael Irvin did, just to have him point out to me that he's a different Kevin Smith.
And you'll see.
What's up, Cody
Okay.
Turbo? But you know what? Should I name drop Grace in an interview with Kevin Smith after she squashed one of my up and coming stars?
Let's go ahead and roll that first clip if we have it.
How many of you are coming through the portal?
Oh, how dare you throw the word portal around like this?
It was Vern and Joe. Bill.
Well, maybe it sounded pretty. It sounded like they didn't have a lot of spaces, and I did get it. I'm already like 2 hours behind everybody else too, because I waited till now to respond.
We got Vern, Joe, and Bill.
Yep. And Portal.
And Portal.
And what did
Oh my god, I got goosebumps right now.
What did it say before the portal? It was waves.
I've got
Waves.
Like they
goosebumps.
come in waves.
Rock solid goosebumps.
I'm bricked up, babe.
So we got Vern.
Were you all loggers?
they actually felt that that mirror was acting as a portal.
Really?
Yeah, they believed that.
So you got more than one name there, didn't you?
Yeah, there was a few names. The last one that, when I said Bill.
I heard the Bill.
Yeah. In a later clip, we'll get it on a different device.
Okay.
So.
Tom had his own paranormal organization for a while, and it was kind of nice that he joined in what's up there because he's real sensitive about things too, and it was enjoyable to work with someone that knew what they were doing.
And does one of them live in the building now? Is that?
Yeah, the two ladies lived in the building.
Okay.
Carl.
So they think this place is haunted by these ghosts and everything, and then their first instinct is to like move in.
And Lex.
Okay. Interesting.
Are they just peaceful ghosts then, or what?
Okay, so let's try to set up this. Oh, okay. So this is the one. This gal gets scratched in this one. So can you tell us what you're doing when this all happens?
Well, we were actually in a whole different apartment at the time. Harley, you were in there, so I'll let you talk.
Yeah, there was Ron, myself, and there was Carly.
And Sean.
Carly, have we met
There's four
Carly?
of us there in the area. And she had mentioned that she felt something that touched her, burned, and
Yes, dude, like back in the 80s, it was absolutely terrifying. People genuinely believed, and I'm not talking about it at a campfire or just mentioning it. I'm saying that many people genuinely believed that like Cabbage Patch Kids and Raggedy Ann dolls especially, and all these other things would like become demonically possessed and come to life. It was like, I was a kid at the time, and even I was like, man, this is dumb shit. Like, you're worried Teddy Ruxpin is going to come to life and kill you? It's what inspired like the Child's Play movie. Like, if people really genuinely believed that these toys were going to get demonically possessed and come to life.
When she stepped out.
The same people, by the way, who believed that UPC codes signaled the arrival of the beast.
She had scratches on her chest.
But she was also the one that they felt was sort of like targeted.
And that was the light shit from the Satanic Panic. Like, that was just the goofy stuff.
That it had to do something with
you still believe that?
So and I believe it might have been even her medication that was moved at one time in the center of the floor. So Carly was like the target.
Interesting.
During this whole investigation.
Now Jill, the owner, she's seen Myrtle herself. Seen
only
her
the precious moments
at the
were immune.
Apartment when Myrtle stayed there, and at another place.
Puppet Master is a great film on this topic.
Actually saw the apparition of the woman that used to live there. So that's when we were trying to hopefully catch on the camera.
And what was happening?
I think all of it stemmed from people were spending too much money on because the 80s obviously were like a big consumerism rise decade. And so the people from that like ran the churches were like not pleased. So they started coming up with all this shit that was like outlawed and you couldn't spend your money on. Like, don't buy anything that everybody likes. It's from the devil.
Right when Carly got
invest in these
Carly was
freeze-dried survival meals.
And she come out.
UPC, Don.
She was holding the ovulus.
She was holding the ovulus, yes.
They used to move around in their box. You should go on Twin Ports Paranormal Wrestle Plunge. That would, dude, I would love that. If like it's kind of like paranormal AI. It could like book the matches and carry them out. Like that'd be pretty keno. I would do it if a ghost would do that for me. I would broadcast the shows.
Now it's burning, so we broke in.
If they weren't all about just flippy shit.
Okay, yeah, you'll see where the light comes on. You can actually
personal
see
issues. Sell tickets. Ghost.
Roll that second clip
when I was saying that, it said scratch, and I felt a scratch.
Okay.
Is there a camera in my room?
Oh boy.
Oh.
Here, this one. Scratch on your chest. So she got scratched.
Who's the cameraman? Ray Charles?
It said holy, and then it started saying else and scratch.
Come on. Here, I got you on this one here.
Oh.
Scratch came up.
Okay, so this is similar to the case we saw on Sightings, right? The what was it called? The Sally House.
Positive is 5, and
One
she
fine
felt
one
the
on the
burn, she
above the
felt the
large one,
scratch.
and one down below
She
the
definitely
large
has
one.
a scratch on her chest. And it looks like a beauty. It's a wide one. So 2 scratches. Yeah.
Used to hide it. Oh boy.
Wow. And the word scratch came through.
I couldn't do that because my family was like super like hyper religious.
On the Oculus
And
too.
she actually originally
They would
when
have
she
like
heard,
taken it.
you know,
We'd
when
have had
it
to
said
bring a
scratch,
priest in or
she
something.
started listening to see if she could hear something like scratch the wall or stuff
Oh,
like
okay.
that, and then all of a sudden she felt like the burning.
Wow.
You know.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
So okay. Oh, this next one is cool. This is pretty, and this is Carly again, right?
Yes.
With the SLS camera, the one that looks like a stick figure.
Yep.
So what's happening here?
Well, again, we walked around, of course, with that SLS, and there was something in that kitchen area that would pop up, and especially when Carly was around. You know, and
Man, these
this
trap truffles.
particular one is something was
Hitting,
there,
man.
and as soon as she went,
One of my eyes
reach
feels
for
like
it,
it's
you'll see it just
Is the
gonna-
kitchen where
it's
Myrtle
growing an engine
Yes.
to
was
rock
seen,
it out of
was
my
seen
head.
a lot?
Mhm.
And Myrtle is somebody that we know lived there. Is
yes,
that correct?
yeah.
Interesting. Okay, let's roll the SLS footage there.
All right,
That's
here we go,
Carly.
guys.
Yeah, we got her. Oh, no. Who's behind her? Behind her. Is someone
Oh my
behind you?
God.
No, the door.
No.
Or no. There's something behind you somewhere.
There is something behind it. You'd have to go back a little further.
Walk back up your tracks. Yep, keep going in that direction.
That direction, yeah.
Keep going back.
Keep going. You're gonna have to get you same size. Oh, look at there.
That's high.
Stop.
Stop. It's
It's a
higher
strange
in
story,
there.
no.
Yeah.
High
Now
is
go
object
to
was.
your
Yeah.
Lift up
toward the door.
Lift up one of your arms.
Yeah, go towards the door.
The other arm.
The other arm.
That's the direction it's in.
Oh,
Oh,
it was gone.
Yeah, you lost it.
You lost it. It took off.
Interesting. So she reached out to touch it, and then boom.
Wouldn't you, if you were someone who desperately believed in this, wouldn't you have a stronger reaction than that? Like, if it was legitimate, I feel like most people would panic. Don't you? Like, they would be like, oh my God. You'd have some people who would have like, oh my God, I have to get the shot. I have to document this. But I think a lot of people would just fucking panic.
Boom, it was just gone.
It left.
It's so nice to interact with that, you know, when some
These are listed as a hybrid, but like they're not really, I mean, they're sedating me, but not in a sleepy way. But like, I think it's just it's like really drying my eyes out.
sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. You know, in a lot of I'd probably say 95% of the chance.
I just can't imagine being a grown adult and looking at that, bringing it on this show to present as evidence is.
Time when you walk up to a stick figure like that and you're there, when you go to reach for it, he's going to fight to get away from you, or it's going to disappear. We've had them where, you know, once or twice they've actually stayed there.
Well, you know, and you know, to say who that could have been, we're not 100% sure. I mean, that was a bar at one time, and there's a lot of
I'll be right
people
back.
there. And we, you know, even with the Ovilus, we got so many names that it's just crazy.
Well, at
you know?
times we were listening, and it sounded like there was people in the bar, and you could hear like little glasses clink or something like that. You know, real distant bar noise. So that was pretty interesting.
Were there any deaths that you knew of when it was a bar? I mean, you know.
Gee, I don't know. We never really did check that out.
No.
Because this had gone back to a logging camp, you know, from the 1900s. There could have been a lot of things that could have happened, accidents or whatever, along the way. So it's really hard to say.
Is the bar, well, what's now an apartment building, is that where the logging camp used to be?
Yeah. Yeah, that's where the men would stay.
Wow.
You know, so it's like I said, the history of this place goes way back. You know, from logging to an apartment building now.
Oh, and there was some kind of club.
And a club, gentleman's club, and
Was it the Young Old Man's Club?
something like
that?
yeah.
Do we know what that was?
It was just a place where they'd get together, guys would hang out, you know, wouldn't know women, just go out and have a brew or a shot or whatever. And like I said, of course, then down the road they had the other entertainment, but yeah, that was basically it.
Interesting. Okay, and now we've got some EVPs here.
Need some Visine.
This
Yeah.
first one, you got to kind of listen carefully.
Well, I switched from I stopped taking the Flonase and I started using Sudafed to try to help with my sinuses, but which it works, but it like really dry. It is like very drying.
But what were you doing when this was one of the voices that came through earlier. The names.
Okay,
oh my God,
yeah.
I love Total Recall. Oh my God.
Well,
This is like the second.
this one here, this is why I enjoyed that first clip we did so much, because
What they now call a gay bar?
Bill came out. Mm-hmm. And of course, I believe it's Carly in this again, asking who anybody here or whatever.
Remember when he
And
refused to
we
say
get
the
to
word
know.
throne?
So we have two devices now. One was the Ovilus, and then we were using the SB7 on using also the we connected to the portal. You can tell what that
Yeah,
is.
and the portal, what that does is we hook the other.
I mean, these days, Daninsky, I would say I look at indica or indica dominant hybrids, and then just sort lowest price at the top, and then try to find something that's like heavily sedative. And there are some indicas that are pretty much evergreen that are always going to be available. Gorilla Glue, Champion City Chocolate, Bio Jesus. So there's always like a strong indica that's like so popular that even the cheap brands will put it out. But I mean, realistically, I try to find the best indica I can find like at the cheapest price.
SB7 spirit box up to the portal.
Because I smoke a
Portal is
lot,
basically
and
an
I
amplifier
take
that we can
edibles, and
tweak.
I'm like,
We can
well,
change
lately,
the amplification, we can change
drinking.
the equalizer on it to eliminate the background noise and the static.
Oh, any comments?
And
Yeah.
then we get a clear response when it comes through.
Okay, let's see. This was a great video. Never seen any of these before. It just popped up. It was better than some investigations with a lot of subs, but as fake as they come. Yeah, because this one has no subs and is fake as they come. Kendra, we got a... Oh boy, here's Humble King. Please contact me about a ghost that continues to chant EFD. Curious as to when the investigation was done. I work at the River Inn Bar, which is not... Oh, damn, bro. Is not where your video footage is from, as it is not an apartment building like the interview is stating. Kendra Teal, daughter, of course, of Antichrist, anti-advocate, Peter Teal. No videos, though.
Where if we just use the spirit box, you would hear...
Right.
It eliminates that noise. So you just get a smooth transition between the spirit voices and what we're hearing.
So you guys got a lot of different names, but is this the only name you got a couple times?
Twice, yeah.
More than once?
Now you gotta understand with this thing here too, is as it's gathering the information and coming through the portal, the frequencies are rather quick. And
It's
the
all
voice
coming out
across
now,
here
baby.
Stayed with a number of frequencies until it was done, which is...
We've just found out that Bill Dundee passed the bounce check to Jerry Lawler. If things aren't just as fake as we think they are. There's like a whole nother level of fake underneath of that.
It's a pretty good catch.
Mm-hmm.
When if they're strong enough to stay through a load of frequencies. Otherwise, you might hear something here, stop, something there, stop.
Like little blips.
Yeah, little blips breaking up. So.
All right. Well, let's give a listen to this EVP.
Can you tell me your name?
Looks like they do have some other shows, maybe this Light on the Gospel TV show. Battle Mage Films, The Art of Listening. Here's all the candidates for like school district and shit. League of Women Voters Candidate Forum. So, I mean, they do have some other content, but it doesn't look like they have like another show. Well, welcome to Duluth. No, that's more of like a talk show. It looks like they got a lot of interesting... Whoa, who's this guy? Minnesota hockey can... Okay, I don't know anything about hockey, but we have to check this out sometime. All right, sorry. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
The Billy one. Oh, this is the Billy one.
This is
Yeah.
Billy.
Daninsky, isn't it the first thing you say in any new chat that you join, EFD 306? It's like muscle memory for me at this point.
Oh, this is the Billy one.
This is
Yeah.
Billy.
That's actually pretty clear. I mean,
Yes.
that's
nice.
pretty clear.
What?
Really
Precise, you know,
clear.
Billy.
Oh, I'm getting heated now. Is it me? I don't hear anything. If you played that for me, I would think somebody was like, something on a shelf was shaking or something. I don't hear anything resembling Billy.
Oh, this is the Billy one.
This is
Yeah.
Billy.
That's actually pretty clear. I mean,
Yes.
that's
nice.
Linda.
pretty
That's really
concise. You know,
clear.
Billy.
Okay, this is how Jim Cornette felt whenever Jim Ross started putting over pockets and the invisible grenade. Linda selling this is such a betrayal on a deep level that I can't even describe. I get kind of humoring them, but I mean, when the rubber hits the road, Linda, you've got to be willing to say this doesn't pass the bullshit test. It's not a condemnation of their souls, but selling that was phony, big
And
time.
then to have Bill on the first earlier in the
Was
And
that Guy
you got-
Fieri?
how did you get that?
Don't you think he looked interesting?
On the Ovulus, really? What was
Yes,
that?
the Ovulus. We got the name Bill and Spirit Box.
What, when you guys heard the bar,
Billy, it's me. Come over to my apartment. Listen to some vinyl records. I've got some really nice colored vinyl records. They're beautiful.
bar noise, the kind of
I like to put the cases up on the wall as artwork.
clinking, is that something you heard with your own ears? Is that something?
No, that
recorders?
was coming off of
She did. Linda lost all credibility. It's like, okay, you're no longer our proxy that's in this crazy world trying to make sense of it. Now you're just buddying up to the people that are pulling the wool over our eyes. She needs to be getting information out of them and kind of like, you know, with us, she should be like, hey guys, you know, get a get a load of this. You know what I mean?
Portal also, the SB7. Using that SB7.
You boys are full of crap, yeah.
You'll hear all these.
Or just be honest. Just say, I don't hear it. That's all you have to do. Just say, in this case, you know, this one's not as compelling for me. To say that it is clear is foolishness. I mean, my God.
Going on at the same time too. You know, we'll hear clinks. We'll hear the like a bar stuff going on.
Sometimes you
people
yell
talking,
beach ball head.
You know, but it's not really clear.
I don't like to yell beach ball head because people will take it out of context.
Sure.
But it's in the background.
But it's in the background. It's sort of cool when you and especially knowing that was a bar. You know.
That's kind of weird. Still partying.
Yeah.
Come on,
Partying.
Linda.
I think so.
Okay, the next EVP we have, this one's really
They need to be the dark side fills of ghost hunting.
interesting. This is one of the longest.
Listen, guys, I can clearly hear a voice in the other room that's saying, Billy, Billy. But if we don't hit this goal, we're not going to be able to go in there and listen to it. You guys told me you wanted to hear the voice saying Billy. Well, it's here now, and nobody's supporting.
Longest ones I've ever heard in any of these paranormal shows that I've watched.
Yeah. And it will be in the same voice
Right.
through this whole sentence that it's saying.
Yeah,
right.
This is a tasteful look for her, even though I don't care for her hair.
Stations that have all that in that length it's amazing. You know, and that's telling you that there is definitely something there.
It's easily 15 to 20 different frequencies that this voice is carrying over.
And this one goes, it's a whole sentence. and
I
you
got
can
an
hear
air. I
it's
got
one
an.
voice.
Yeah.
I've got an Aaron M sound clip loaded up.
It's the same voice from the beginning to the end.
It's really funny how this works. Is also is that we've asked other groups, friends in England, on how to use this.
White noise. Oh my gosh! Remember white noise? Oh, see, now I'm gonna have to. Let me see if I've reviewed the white noise movies.
Running it in AM reverse on the frequencies catches the most.
Stop! Don't bring up movies. Then I
So
have to
the
watch
frequencies
them.
are actually coming from the top part of the band down. To the,
Yeah. It does AM and FM, and you can choose
Interesting.
what you want. Or you could do, I mean, we got that SB11 that actually runs both of them at the same time.
Okay, let's see.
You know.
So again, this is Carly.
Yes.
Carly
Remember the other one
talking,
too, where they were contacting the
She asked numerous times.
Dennis Quaid
you know,
through like an
who
old
scratched her.
radio
Okay.
or something.
And we got this response from one spirit.
Okay, well let's roll the CVP.
White noise. Whoops.
Scratch me tonight.
River Inn, I miss you too. Oh, now look at this. Okay, I'm just gonna say this. Look at this bullshit down in the corner. River Inn, bitch. Now, why don't we hear that one? Why don't we hear the bitch one?
That's crazy.
That is so wild.
and you can tell the voices is basically, it's the same as it's going across.
Oh yeah, I don't know who scratched you.
Yeah.
Which is
Harley is
interesting.
just.
So-
yeah. I have
So
not
guess there's
reviewed
more
the
than-
white noise
more
movies.
than that lady
Yeah.
who says she didn't scratch her.
Yeah. And, you know, and we, like I said, there's times, she asked so many times that she was even called a name, you know. like,
Why
kind of
can't we
that.
hear the bitch
But,
clip?
It was like they're getting a little frustrated.
Really?
Because they were telling us, but we weren't.
I haven't
we
seen
weren't
that
hearing
one. No.
So they were telling you who scratched her.
Mm-hmm.
So
I've had I have like a little stack of like the next 10 movies that I'd like to watch or review, and then I've had Robert De Niro's Frankenstein in that pile for legitimately, like, at least since Arrow brought it out on Blu-ray, which I think was like many years ago, like maybe even before the pre-pandemic.
do you remember any of the names that came through?
Well, there's one that was, to me, it was repeated a lot, and it has nothing to do with me, but there was a Rick.
Rick?
Okay.
That came up a lot.
Huh.
You know?
Rick Casey.
So
you think that might be the scratcher?
maybe.
Maybe.
But then again, we're not 100% sure because, you know, there was things that were going on across that river.
You know what I have right now that it's kind of interesting. I haven't watched it yet though. Is it's a complete faithful remake of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, starring Tom and Jerry.
And you never know what could have been summoned. You don't know.
Right.
If something from across the river did that. You know.
Do you think it's possible that lady was Myrtle saying I didn't scratch? I don't know who scratched
That may
you.
have been possible too.
Maybe she's saying she did. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Interesting.
it's a really long response to get.
Yeah, that
and
is-
It's just totally.
Somebody
amazing.
commented, I did a review of this old Nazi exploitation movie called Love Camp 7. And I said in it that I didn't really understand why it was so notorious because I didn't really think it was that shocking of a movie. And somebody commented, he's been thinking of watching it, but now that he knows there's not a lot of gore and not much disturbing content other than the sexual themes, he's not so sure. But he is curious now why it was banned in the
Longest
UK for a
DVPs
minute.
I've ever heard anybody get. Mm-hmm. That's wild. All right, let's see what we have next here.
Ben and Jerry are following you.
What is this one?
This is the one where Sean.
My next interview with Grace. I don't know that I'll do a next interview with Grace. I've never really interviewed her that I can think of. I've been on panel with her the one time, and then I talked to her for a minute while Ben was smoking, but I've never actually like interviewed her.
His grandma.
I've asked her, and she's always been positive about it, but it's just hard to get her to, for me anyway, it's hard to get her to like commit to a date.
Oh no, we got
Wasn't that?
This is another poor Carly.
But when I was trying to get an interview with Ben, she was the intermediary, and it like went super fast. So I just think she probably just doesn't want to do interviews, which is reasonable.
Yeah. I know. John. This one. This one.
But I would
actually
ask her that,
Ron,
sure.
One of our investigators was telling a story of another investigation, and as he's telling this story,
I brought
John
up
comes
the
through,
beach ball head allegations
and
to her
no one else heard it, but it's sort of funny on how Carly
in that softball
first
interview I did with
responds
Ben
to
Thorpe.
Ron's story, and then quickly responds like, "Did you just, you know?"
Yeah.
You know,
So Carly heard her own
Carly
name
heard.
being
Yes.
said.
Yep. And,
All right.
and you got to listen for it. It's in
Yeah,
there.
because Ron's talking in this one, and,
Yeah.
and you can be.
You guys that are into the wrestling stuff, if you like the vibe of like the early days of wrestling, there's a really really good movie called Night and the City, and it's like a old, like, I think it's 1950 like film noir. It's like beautiful visuals, but it takes place in like that. It's not at the carnivals, but it's still back in the like old days of wrestling. It's really cool, and it's got Stanislav Zabisco in it.
You can hear it better once we kind of highlight it on the.
Yeah, Grace is
on the
very
DVD
busy.
there, but let's go ahead and roll that EVP.
And I'm looking, and all I see is two red eyes. Because the LED is up on his glasses.
Oh, did you say my name?
No.
Right in there.
Because the LED is up. 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 Because he on his glasses.
I think what happened was Linda, after last time, was like, you know what, you guys, at least you've gotten the worst of your evidence out of the way, right? You've gotten your least convincing stuff out. And they're like, you know, they just want to keep setting a new bar for that every single week. This is even less convincing than the last batch.
Did you say my name?
No.
I didn't know that,
So
didn't
she could pick her name out of that. She heard it.
Well, she's listening to Ron's story. She heard that.
Yeah.
You know.
So, do you have any theories about? I mean, clearly this Carly gal is kind of getting targeted by.
Do you
this
think
stuff,
Carly's
and she's
large
eliciting
naturals
responses, which
are what
means,
attract the ghosts?
See, what about people that are if they're sick or something? Are they getting tied in with anything like that?
Well, a lot of times, I don't want to say it was a demon, but a lot of times a negative spirit will cause somebody to get sick. It's trying to break that person down.
That's what happened to me at the
so it
Waffle
can
House.
Take control of them, and hoping that's not the case here. But with the satanic worship across the river and with the witchcraft across the river.
What is this guy talking about?
Like we said, we don't know what was summoned.
This guy
we don't
wakes
know
up in a
why
cold sweat.
Something is
thinking about the
targeting her.
Satanists across the river.
But my personal belief is it probably came from across the river.
Well, and of course they also say that anytime you've got flowing water near a site, that the odds of paranormal activity go up. Like
Yeah, it increases the energy level.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is just them wanting to. I mean, Linda is a host, but she's a passive host, which I think is the right thing to do because she doesn't claim to be an expert in the field. She doesn't seem too interested in the topic or these people. So I get why she's being a more passive host. I just think it's a chance for these guys to come and yap. I mean, they just went down to a TV station to do it instead of, going live or whatever.
So you don't have a theory about why this gal
Ghosts or Gooners? Absolutely.
Did she have?
I mean, they are pretty
She
big
was
naturals.
sick for a while, too. She was
Copyright.
taking medications, and if it was anything that was a regular illness, they're going to pick on the weak as well.
Yeah.
So there's a couple different ways you look at it. But,
Carly looked pretty healthy to me. I don't think they're
basically
coming after her
picking
because
on
she's weak.
picking
I think
on the individuals who may have a little instability of some sort.
Somebody who's vulnerable.
Right.
So this is
That's-
a chicken or
could
the
be
egg,
any
and
of
we
these
don't really
guys.
know
Right.
if she was picked on because she was having some medical problems, or if being picked on caused her to have.
And, and hopefully too, we'll get some more answers with that because we do plan on going across that river.
You're gonna
And we're gonna have a investigation right in that area.
You're
around that.
gonna be outside there.
Yes.
Where did you get the information that there had been some witchcraft or satanic stuff up there?
It was from the clients. I mean, they told us we nothing in writing, or in the papers or anything, but this is something that's just been passed down for.
It's like a lot. It's like folklore. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, you hear about the witches of Salem or whatever, and it's all, you know, this.
He's like, hey, you know, you hear about the witches of Salem. Now you're going to hear about Harley and the Nazi factory.
If they did this in this area, then it's going to be a story that's going to progress over time and
Sure.
either get worse or get better. But you know, it's something we're going to just follow up on to because I mean it's open over there. There's no reason why I wouldn't be able to.
See, like, I think that is a motivation for a lot of people there is that desire to become part of the lore. But like what I like about in the case of like Twin Ports is that they want to be part of like the serious ghost hunting lore of Duluth, I think Minnesota, right? But they're not going to be that, but they are building like quality lore because they're building their own lore as these goofballs on a public access TV show, which I think is just as valid, but maybe not the way that they wanted their story to be passed on.
So, when you go to investigate this area where there was satanic stuff, are you going to take any extra precautions to protect yourselves?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Like, that's what happens to a bunch of the people in Grace's orbit. I feel like you watch the show, then they want to be on the show. They want to be part of this, part of the story. And, we see how that works out most of the time.
We do that. We do that pretty much in every investigation. But when it comes to something like this, I'll make sure.
Oh my God. Don't get me... I have a lot of comments on that Vinny Slug a Tree thing. Why was he trying to cut down a legitimate tree with a thing that wouldn't even take for like... That little saw was designed for very small branches. Why he thought he could use it to take up an entire giant like full tree like that was... I mean, it literally foolishness.
Harley goes through and gets the best protection prayers and stuff that we'll do beforehand.
I felt bad for him.
And plus we'll leave with saging ourselves in the area in our vehicles, so nothing follows us home.
All right.
So yeah, our protection is very important for us.
Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then this last EVP is really kind of sweet. So I don't know who the guy is who's talking here.
Well, Sean, he's one of the clients that were there. He was the boyfriend of Carly, and he was sitting in the kitchen by himself. We were probably, a lot of us were in the other apartment. He was sitting in the kitchen. He was in that apartment all by himself, and
Ron and I were around the corner.
Were you in the
Don't doubt John Slugga.
In the hallway around the corner of the kitchen when we heard him saying.
Yeah.
John Slugga.
But anyways,
another classic example of someone who seems like they've got it all together when they're in pre-recorded videos, but just comes unhinged once they're live. He is quite a much more colorful character than I expected.
Alone though, in the kitchen and everything, and he gets this response. And to me, this whole case was fantastic. What we did.
Bethadone tried to move it. Oh yeah, that was a great stream. Oh my God.
Because I mean, it really made him feel
one of my favorites.
Kid lost somebody.
Yes.
Recently, so.
It goes to show you that.
And then she didn't get upset, but she was like, I think she was kind of offended that a lot of us implied that the reason her mom was having her do this menial task was just to give her something to do to keep her out of her hair. And she's like, that is not what it was. My mom was going to sell this for $5. And then she's like, wait a minute, why would she sell it for only $5?
Loved ones are around you.
Yeah.
Probably all the time.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hear Sean talking to his
grandma. If you're out there, grandma. If you're out there.
If you've never seen Bethadone have like a real crash out, like one of her like epic crash outs, they're really similar kind of to like when Jimmy gets in the like his like loop when he starts like screaming and he gets really upset. I mean, a true Bethadone crash out is just, it's such art. Maybe since she's not on YouTube anymore, maybe she wouldn't mind if we watched the complete version of the deleted first live stream.
And what's neat about it, it's like an elderly woman's voice.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, and it's hard to.
Yeah, Daninsky, you missed it yesterday. We had like an all-star assembly of people, including KINETICKELL, Kinetic Kel.
Hear the second part of what
Who
he
I heard
says
got
there.
fed to
He's
Grace again.
It's like, Grandma, if you can hear me.
Yeah.
And there's quite a long
And the
pause.
Rooster.
I think he says something.
Vinny
really
Slugga.
like, I miss you, Grandma.
I miss you.
Kim?
You know,
Was
it's like,
Kim
yeah.
And
back?
then you
No,
hear
she was
her,
here Monday.
I miss you,
Mm-hmm.
which is really amazing.
It's great when people, they can have that little drift of contentment knowing that their loved ones are around.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess.
Yeah, I mean that's
Oh
a-
man, her
it's a big
crash
deal.
outs are just.
You know,
Before we do get too far here, Steve brought up a good point. We'd like to,
They're I like legit. They're probably even crazier than like Ben's Minar thing. Like she really, and they just go on, and she just keeps going. And then remember, like it turned the corner and it got like incredibly depressing, and everybody tried to guilt trip me for sharing the stream because Beth was now like crying, and then she started like wailing in bed. Oh my god!
shout out to Ron.
And then her mom came in and like, oh my gosh.
One of our investigators. He's under the weather with some health problems right now.
Kim is dealing with
Like to let him know
paparazzi.
that,
What do you think about Kim? It's me.
Brother, we got your back. We hope you're doing better.
Have you ever went in and watched any of her videos? They're really strange.
And get a hold of us if you need us.
It's like she'll be shooting something unrelated, and then she'll be like, "You'll never know love like I've given you. You'll never have anybody who is tender to you like I am, that took care of you like I did. You'll never meet someone like that. You threw it all away."
All right, little message to our pal Ron, who is here with us sometimes. Get well soon, Ron. Is that about it? Wrapping up this episode, or?
Yeah, I believe so.
Is that about it? Can we cut this shit?
Like I said, hopefully we can continue on with it. Actually, like if we do this investigation across the river, which I want to do,
I don't know how I don't think we've ever watched her on stream. And I don't think maybe I liked one of her videos, and I think she's probably the kind of person who investigates like every like and every comment. But I think it was interesting when she popped up, because I don't think we've never watched her on Boyd Watch Live or anything, because I never really knew what to make of the content.
we can actually bring in some more things that might tie into that we have evidence of that we didn't hear today.
Gotcha.
Poor Kinetic
So what do
Kel.
you think, where are we going to go on our next episode here? Have you thought about that at all?
I think we'll do another home.
Okay.
I'm going to make sure I have their permission first, but we went.
Oh, do you think that's why we don't have episode 6? That was kind of an interesting phrasing, right? Did you pick up on that?
Twice, but I'm going to make sure I have their permission first, but.
Oh boy. What's her channel? Fuck. I don't know. I'll look it up at the end of the stream for you.
It's.
I think, where are we going to go on our next episode here? Have you thought about that at all?
I think we'll do another home.
Okay.
I'm going to make sure I have their permission first, but we went there twice.
We're going to make sure that we have their permission first. Can you imagine? Like, what an absolute blunder. I wonder if I called PAC TV, they would have put it on the website. Maybe they could at least tell me for sure what happened. But I'd like to see that lost episode.
And each time was.
Is this a home in Duluth?
Yes.
We could probably raise $5 to $10 for the homeowners if they would let us watch the episode just one time.
Investigation.
Yeah.
I'll even delete the VOD. Just let us experience it together.
Really?
Yeah, and it was actually Harley's first one.
Oh, Oh, okay. So this was a while ago.
This was a while ago, and then we came back to it and did it a second time.
Okay,
They had other things going on. It was our second year, first anniversary. They had things going on again where we ended up going back down there. And we got some things.
That Andrew Tate guy cracks
fantastic.
me up. The way
Yeah.
that
All right. Sounds like the next episode's
Duluth's
going to be a
Andrew
barn burner,
Tate.
so don't miss it, folks. All right, I think that wraps us up. We'll see you next time. This is Victoria, Maine, and these crazy guys from Twin Ports Paranormal. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.
What a show, man. Okay, do we get the next episode? What are we were on, wait, okay, we were here, 7. So yeah, there is 8.
Well, we had one.
This is where I got the
Let's
screenshot from, I think, the
We had-
thumbnail. Okay, this is Twin Ports Paranormal, episode 8. They recently lost their friend and fellow investigator, Ron the Freezer Thompson, and they sat down with host Victoria, Maine, to share their memories and a tribute to Ron. Let's see if there are some tasteful tributes in the comments. Fantastic! Beautiful tributes, prayer to you all. I'm not into this stuff, and Ronnie was my best friend. I used to tease him endlessly about his investigations. This looks like a South to West comment. And my Ghostbuster jokes. He was such a great sport. He promised to come and haunt me if he went first. I'm waiting patiently and will. Will what? Good to meet y'all. You sound like he did a boot. Lull. You sound different from the folks over here in the UK and also from my family and friends back in Oregon. Thanks so much for this, Pam. My condolences to all of his loved ones. May your friend Ron rest in peace. It is very weird. I never knew him, but he had the same birthday as my daughter, except for the year, and then he died on my son's 26th birthday. Odd synchronicity. Ruby Knighting Alone. That sounds like a name that ATF would give Ruby Spacek. We're going to find out what that's about. OMG, that's still at the end with Ronnie in bubble wrap and the camera. His grandson Noah looked just like him in that shot. So, tribute to Ron the Freezer Thompson.
Nobody there. Nobody there. Nobody there. Okay, we got something there. What is that?
Victoria's
What is that?
done. Yes.
We would
Oh
hear
my God, Billy.
female voices up in this area. When you mentioned the female
Where
presence.
don't you hear a female voice these days? Am I right?
Hi, everyone. My name is Victoria, Maine. I'm here again for another episode of Twin Ports Paranormal. I'm here with the guys, Rick, Steve, and Harley. And today's episode is going to be a little bit different. The guys,
Rick, Steve, and
they
Harvey.
lost their fellow investigator and friend, Ron Thompson, recently. So
Yeah, they got a hold of Ron.
Today's show is going to be kind of a tribute to Ron.
Billy.
So let's start with how Ron
Billy.
came to the group and how you guys connected with him.
It's kind of a funny story because I was working at my father-in-law's garage, and he used to deliver parts for Auto Value. So I'd go in and we'd sit and talk, and I was wearing a TPP shirt one day when I walked in. He's looking at.
To be real, I think this has the potential to be like one of the best episodes because I'm assuming that a lot of you are like me, that the ghost stuff is funny, but like really you want to know the lore of these. I would love the people and their like personal dynamics and stuff like that. So I think this will be a lot of personal stories, which I think will be much more interesting than watching the Connect skeletons.
At that, and guess what that
Justice for
stood
Kel,
And I
yes.
turned around and showed him the back of my shirt. It was Twin Ports Paranormal.
Haunted by
Oh
Ron.
boy, he says he's talking about his daughter was into this, and he was, really interested in what's going on. So he said,
The
I'd
mustard
kinda like you guys to
stain.
come out and check out my house.
The mustard
So we went
tiger.
and found some interesting things that are going on in his home.
Man, this trap truffles
And,
is strong as
next thing
fuck,
you know,
dude.
we had a full.
We're only
come on as a
halfway through the
member,
stream.
And he would make every pre-investigation if he could. He was right on the money.
Ron was a natural, though. Ron was,
You want me to make an
that's
AI
what,
song for
made me decide to have
Ron
him come into
Thompson?
the group is the way he investigated that night with us. And like I said, he's just a natural in it. I mean, the guy's a funny guy. He does crazy things with all of us and all this kind of stuff. But when it comes to investigating, he'd get really serious, you know, and he was A1 in that field. So.
So we have a clip here, our first clip, where Ron has a little bit of difficulty.
Where don't you hear a
navigating
female
the
voice in
environment
Savvy
that
and
you're in,
Eric
shall we
McHenry's
say.
bedrooms? True.
So we'll start with that clip.
Well, why don't we lead up a little bit with it?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, tell us where this
We
clip
were
is.
at the Masonic Lodge in Hibbing.
Okay.
And it was Harley, my sister Karen, and Ron were upstairs. And mind you, this room that you're going to see has a step that's about a foot drop.
It's 2 foot.
Or is it 2 foot?
Two foot
It was
drop.
a
No
big
step.
drop. Yep, no step. And Ron didn't know that, you know. But watch the clip and.
Okay.
And we just purchased the camera at the time too. Just
Brand
to
new
let you know.
camera.
Brand new
camera.
Okay. Let's let her roll.
Oh, look at this footage. Oh no, there went Ron. Oh my God, Ron took a spill.
Yeah, it has a steep. Are you sure, Ron?
Yeah.
Here, let's see what came up in the Ron AI song. Oh shoot. Hang on.
The second question, Ron.
Tell me that step.
I didn't see that.
Now the second question, Ron. Is the camera okay?
Yeah. Honest to God.
Oh, God, are you sure?
That's funny.
like a phone.
Yeah, no, don't in here. I'm going to show you something.
I accidentally X'd out of the song, I'm sorry.
No, but I was making sure Ron doesn't.
I ain't going nowhere.
No, this guy
It was
that
so
Grandmaster
comical.
1915 was
He just steps.
yeah, honest, Ron.
I just want to see the beginning again.
Oh my God. Are you okay? Yeah. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Wow, what a spill.
My balance.
Yeah. Ron.
I'm not going to get you. I'm not going to get you back here all alone. Don't worry.
No, but I was making sure Ron doesn't.
I ain't going nowhere.
No, this guy
It was
that
so
Grandmaster
comical.
1915 was
He just he steps off into this room, which was actually a big fan room, a ventilating room for the whole building. And like I said, I forgot to tell him about that drop. And we were just sitting there, and all of a sudden we could hear this clashing and banging going down. And he gets down to the end, where Karen's all worried about him and everything. Of course, I was too. But once we knew he was okay, I just couldn't resist. I says, well, I'm glad you're okay, Ron. Yeah. I said, well, is the camera okay? And he just.
No, didn't you say Ron?
Make sure to show the footage of Ron falling down on his tribute
But he knew I
episode.
was going to view the.
Right. Well, see, that was just it. He says, I didn't tell Rick about that. Did you? I said, oh no. Yeah.
You feel like he was
He'll
kind of hamming
find
it
that
up?
out on his own. Oh, that's
Harley was like, "Hey, Ron, why don't you help us out, buddy? Boost our ratings. Take a bump."
right. He says he's gonna review the tape. So Rick got a little warning ahead of time.
Yeah.
It was, oh Lord. Well, we played against each other. Well, he would talk to me and tell me, hey, I want to do this. I want to pull something off on Rick, or I want to do something. And I was always a double agent. Just about a week
Double
beforehand,
agent.
I get a hold of Rick. I says, hey, dude, he's got something up his sleeve. I'm just going to let you know about it now. And he comes back with, well, you'll see in one of our future films here, or a little deal where when he had fell down in that drop, he decided that what he was going to do is he was going to put shrink wrap on. I helped him put shrink wrap on. Well, I told Rick what was going on, so Rick comes out. And he
I
turns
get
around.
that.
That was good.
Yeah. Well, the thing is about Ron though is like I said, he didn't know. He didn't want me to know at first and all that kind of stuff. But then, of course, I went to mind. My main concern is his health and how he is and that. But I'm sort of glad I got Harley there to be guy to fill me in.
Good old Harley.
Because Ron's good at getting us.
Oh,
and we've
yeah.
been doing this for years, going back and forth to each other. But you'll see this in this other clip.
I'm trying to bring up this
we actually-
Ron song.
The week before was...
We don't have time for like
and
an orchestra.
The following week, we did a second investigation at the Raspberry. And so the owner of the Raspberry at the time did a little filming herself, to catch something. But
Okay,
it was funny.
It was great.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's see how the team responded to Ron's tumble in the following week's investigation.
Oh, here we go. Hang on a second.
Hi, Rick. Come on in. Yeah.
Okay, I think this worked. Hang on.
the shadows of Duluth's cold streets. Ron hunts whispers where the dark hearts meet. Harley, Steve, and Rick by his side, but gravity's grip makes him collide. Falling down, but he stands tall. Ron hears echoes through the wall. Phantom chaser Ron, he's on the run. Through the night, through the fog, through the morning sun.
Wow, what an epic song about Ron. Jesus.
Nice to see you.
Oh my gosh.
We got
That was like a really specific song too. Could you guys hear it? I couldn't tell.
I think I only referred to I knew it.
You look
I already
comfy.
thought
Comfy
you
in
might
that
have
thing?
said something.
No, he didn't know yet.
Comfy in that thing? You look safe.
It's insulated.
Here you go, once you
Yeah,
clean it.
yeah.
I feel like I'm in a straitjacket though.
Good for you.
Making an AI song to celebrate Ron Thompson.
What do we got?
In the shadows of Duluth.
See what he did there.
Bigfoot hunters. Some of those people though don't always have like the don't have the best senses of humor, you know what I mean? We did watch remember I got trapped in that loop about the Frozen guy, the Minnesota Iceman or something like that.
Just laugh.
Oh God, I love it.
Oh, they gave him a camera
wrong,
and
then he
bubble
real-
wrap since he falls down all the time. Look at Steve's so happy about it. Or is that Rick?
Why is that? There was
You
a
were a
traitor.
double
There was a
agent?
In the
traitor
shadows
yeah.
of delusion.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
the
he was,
OPC song.
Clearly a trickster.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he was a lot of fun.
And
Also, when I signed into Suno, I forgot that I had it's got all of my Thorpiverse AI songs too.
so I know there were other times when Ron.
For some reason, I just got really fascinated with the Minnesota Iceman story. And then remember we watched that one guy who I don't know if he crashed some kind of conference, but he gave that big lecture, basically calling everybody in the audience an asshole and telling them they were wrong. And he had big conspiracy theories and shit.
Played jokes on you guys and did stuff. So
Ron was also, he'd always get his feet wet for us too, I'll let Steve fill in on this one.
Well, we were going to do a follow-up investigation at the Raspberry, and I was just leaving my
That's
house when Harley
foolishness.
called me. And he says, "Hey, you still at home?" I said, "I'm leaving." "Well, can you grab some waiters?" So I said, "Well, since when do we use waiters to ghost hunt?" He says, "Since the place is underwater." So I grabbed my waiters.
We
and
could
I
finally
got
hear
to
all
the
of my
Raspberry.
Ben Thorpe songs.
Ron comes out. Ron is soaking wet. He had tried to venture down into the basement where there was 5 feet 4 inches of water with garbage bags around his legs, and he sprung a leak and was soaked. And when I got there, I changed into my waders, and Ron and I will forever be known as the Tidy Whitey brothers, because they swear we were both wearing tidy whities and we both stripped down just to battle the basement. But that was the kind of guy Ron was, is he would have taken on anything just to get down
Show
there
some evidence
and
now.
check it out. And he didn't really care what the consequence was. He wanted to get knee deep in water just to figure out what was going on.
Yeah. Well, obviously dedicated to the cause.
Ron is literally the only person involved with this show that has any consideration for the viewers. He's trying to make the good content. He's taking bumps. He's trying to get them into the water in their underwear, spice things up a little bit. Sounds like Ron was one of the few highlights of Twin Ports Paranormal. From a traditionalist perspective, don't get mad at me, Harley. That's not how I feel.
Absolutely.
Very much.
He was very dedicated, and but he also had sort of an issue that reoccurring everywhere we went, and his stomach would growl. And we even went to an investigation, and the client made him a meatloaf sandwich just so he could quiet down his stomach. But I would review some recordings that from
that's a very good verse.
I hear this growl. First time I heard it, it was like, oh my God, we got something.
Did you think it was like a demon?
Oh yeah, I thought this is a good catch. This thing's
That's
pretty
funny.
evil. And then
She's
later
like, you thought it was a
listening on,
demon?
someone
That's
says, "Ron,
funny.
Your stomach is growling." And Ron goes, "Yeah, that was my stomach." But Ron was the one. I'd let him carry the camera and do a lot of the filming, and I had to actually put an end to that because all I would hear is this growling noise, and I made it a point for Ron to always make the
Evidence
comment,
before the trust.
That's my stomach. That's my stomach. So you'd hear a lot of that in our recordings when we were listening. That's my stomach.
And he'd always.
That's why I showed the Grid 1 clip where he admitted about making erotic anime art of Ben Thorpe physically abusing Grace and then featuring it prominently as artwork within his home. I showed the clip proving that right after I talked about it because I wanted to make sure that Kinetic Kel knew that I wasn't just, speaking out of school about Grid 1.
His joke that he guesses he shouldn't have had that gas station burrito before he got there.
Yeah. Was Ron with you guys when you were up at the airport hangar thing?
Yes.
Yeah, he's the one that phoned that.
That's why we named him the Seeker.
Yeah,
he put the ring on. That's what started all this.
Find us some places.
He'd find some great places to go.
Mm-hmm.
So we nicknamed him right away.
The Seeker.
The Seeker.
We called him the Seeker.
So how did he find out about the airport, and how did he get you guys into that?
Well, you can explain that, didn't he, in his travels?
He had friends up there. A good friend of his is a Corvair enthusiast too, and that's Pete. And they were at the hangar, and they're rebuilding a PBY. It's a watercraft airplane. And he said, Pete mentioned to Ron that some stuff's been going on, wrenches missing or whatever. And these are not little wrenches; they're aircraft wrenches. And picture disappeared off the wall, and they found it, and they put a bunch of parts about 2 months later. So we got to go and check that out. So we did, and like I said, it seems like whenever, like the cemetery on the old cemetery road, he found that one in that place.
The cemetery, the one out on Old Cemetery Road.
He stopped and talked to Jasmine at the Raspberry. Because he'd been in there years
Jasmine
and years
at the
ago.
Raspberry.
The
Raspberry Inn, remember?
So yeah, he's found a lot of stuff along the way.
He told me the furnace story that he used to come and sit with the owners before the recent owners, or the owners many years ago, like back in the 70s or something.
Right.
And he would do stuff to the furnace. He would repair the furnace, and then they'd turn the furnace on, and he'd have to wait for a while to make sure that it worked. So while he was sitting there, he would end up sitting with the owners, and he told me that they would tell him stories about how they would try to pull the light switch. It was a string pull, like those old lights, and they would try to pull it, and then the string would go
Good old
horizontal.
Ron.
So Ron
Remember
knew from
Ron
a long time
Waterman?
ago that there was stuff going on in that house.
Oh yeah, they'd see people or a person standing in the third story window when they drove by, and wouldn't anybody, not a resident in the house. But yeah, there's all kinds of things that he dealt with along the way.
Remember
And that's why you
Ron
nicknamed
Garvin?
him the Seeker.
Yeah.
Because he brought you a lot
The
of. What other
Seeker.
cases did he bring you guys?
I should have worked
Well,
that
we
into the
had
song.
one- let's see. We had more we were going to do. We had that little girl that was being tormented.
Mm-hmm.
And
Now, see, that to me, when you're pretending like you can help people, that crosses a line for me. I feel like.
try to think whatever.
What was the?
What's
little
up,
girl?
Vinny?
There's a little girl that had
Yeah, the H2O man.
was being scared at night by an individual that was.
Vinny, help me understand what was happening while Molly Slugga was looking into the camera. What was happening in the background? Were you and your daddo watching TV, or what was going on with all those sounds, buddy?
Walk into her room, and she would run to her mom's room and say that there's a man in her room and everything else. You go check it out. And
Like
she'd turn
everything
around
else is just,
and
you know,
give
being
her
whatever,
mom the
having,
guy's
you know, it's
name
your
and what
hobby
he
or
did
whatever,
for a
but
living.
giving
And we
people
checked
like
into it. And sure as heck,
interfering in their lives
this
like that.
individual was known for being around there, and he was a firefighter. We're not going to go into any more of the name business or anything like that.
That's true. Aside from some very lingering gooner shots on Carly's ample breasts, I don't think we've had any of the females actually like on panel, right? I don't think anyway.
But yeah,
And how did Ron come to know about that?
Ron is
Watching
like an alley
TV,
cat.
okay.
This is what
I was
Ron
worried
tells
someone
me
had been
every other
murdered,
day when I was on the phone.
if I can be
talk to him every
frank.
day. And he says, just this happens. Why everything comes our way? He says, I said, why is that? He says, because I'm like an alley cat. I know where to look for all the good stuff.
I'm like an alley
And he says,
cat.
it's because I get around.
Mm-hmm.
He
And
makes
that-
his rounds.
He makes
A
his own-
tasteful
well, you know,
tribute to
and
Peter
him
Criss.
knowing a lot of people through his work and the 2 jobs that he's had and stuff like that. Ron was a very likable guy, you know. So I mean, if anybody would open up and talk, it would be to Ron. You know, so we'd get things and he'd send us their way, you know.
Yeah, but anyway, this firefighter.
Oh yeah, her name. I
passed
keep
many
thinking her
years
name is
before.
Linda because of her short
Many years.
hair.
So it was like, how did we stumble into something like this?
Yeah,
I don't know why. I just think when I see her short hair, it makes me think her name is
I would say I
Linda.
have favorites, but that's one of my favorite ones
Alley,
because
alley cat Ron
the
out there
result
getting some alley apples.
Was, you know, we were told by the mother that, you know, God bless you guys. You know, it's like my daughter now can sleep in her own room, you know, and this entity or this person.
Look how
is
red
no longer there.
Andrew Tate's getting.
And you'll see in the presentation that Rick had made for dedication to Ron. We're standing on that little girl, and she had a Twin Ports Paranormal shirt. Ron gave her that shirt.
Yeah.
So she'd have her guys.
She called us her ghost
She was
guys.
wearing the
Her
merch.
ghost guys.
Yeah.
So.
I think I call you that myself.
Yeah, the ghost
Yeah, I
guys.
think
Got
you
my
have.
ghost guys.
Yeah, I think you have. Yeah. But yeah, he was quite the character. He knew a lot of people, just tons of people.
Linda, you think it's Linda
Really outgoing
McMahon?
guy. I mean, the first time I met Ron was at the Raspberry Inn. And literally, as soon as I got out of the car and started to approach the building, Ron came running up with his arms out and said, you know, give me a hug. And I had no idea who he was. But of course, I hugged him.
Yeah.
You know,
Ron was a
why
hugger.
not?
He was a hugging. He
Yep.
hugged everybody.
And that was, you know, when the Fox News team was there doing.
Oh, except for one time he didn't hug somebody.
Yeah.
We were going up to Hibbing, and it was our second run back up for the reveal. And we walked in, and Sammy was there, you were there, I was there, you were there. And he walks in the store with Sammy. And here's this young man behind the
I
counter.
just always picture him talking like it. Can you imagine if he was talking like Andrew Tate to these other guys?
And he's talking, joking, like he normally does. And
He's
he goes
trying to like
walk
kick
out.
the ghosts.
And I walked out with Sammy behind him, and I says, Ron, you didn't give that guy a hug. He said, well, I do have my standards. And Sammy goes, since when?
Yeah, because, I mean, we were in that same store
Yeah.
a while
Oh,
ago,
yeah.
and there was another person there, and he gave that person a hug.
Yep.
You know.
He's a huggy guy.
Yeah.
He tried to give her a hug inside the store, but it didn't happen. So we were standing
Compassionate
outside,
man and a hugger, much
she comes
like
around
the
corner.
guy
Okay,
that
I'm
used
ready
to
for
run
the hug.
Pixar. Right?
He ran right over there, gave her a huge hug.
Yeah, really a friendly, outgoing guy.
He was a good guy. Never did pull
It's
anything.
me. It's like, he's
stupid.
smirching the dead.
And you know, we talked many times when you know, I like to joke
Oh
around. I
my
like to do
God,
this,
he would
like
just
that,
come up
you
and
know, but I
he was
really
like the
love my wife, Kathy. I never.
he was remember Richard Dawson used to kiss all the women on Family Feud?
Destroy our marriage. Never. He told me that I don't know how many times, but yeah, he had a great love for his wife, and yeah, we discussed a lot of crazy things.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, and obviously, you know, she, you know, had no problem with him going out and enjoying his hobby, which was clearly looking for stories and looking for problems for you guys to go address. So.
And he'd always give his 100% to in the investigation to help these people out too.
Matter of fact, one time she went to the Raspberry, she came along. Kathy come to a investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So how long was Ron with you guys? How many years has it been?
Almost from the beginning. It was our second investigation. We did Dallas, and then we turned around, and next thing you know, we had Ron. So it was right at the very beginning.
I mean, he was there pretty much from the start.
Yeah.
So when was that then? Like.
Well, it'd probably be about 2 years and 10 months at the time.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Now it's May. Well, it's longer than now.
It's almost.
It'd have been.
Oh my
it'd
God.
have been 3 years. May.
5 months.
Yeah, somewhere on there.
Okay, so I got a question.
Twin Ports is going to private all of their videos and only allow Psycho Spud access to them after we've disgraced this Ron Thompson tribute episode.
You guys, now this is I haven't planned this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway.
Uh-oh, Linda's shooting from the hip.
Okay, so Ron has passed on now, and so as you guys go forward in your investigations, if Ron was going to communicate with you,
Oh, he's going to do it then.
and I have no doubt that he will, how do you think that will happen?
It's already happened to me.
Oh
I called his wife Kathy, and I just want to see how she's doing. You know, and I told her, says, message, send me your phone numbers and everything so I can call, at least see how you're doing once in a while. And she said, good. And everything's good. We hung up our phones. I put my phone off the side. I was at my computer, and she put her phone off the side, which she was at.
It's time to have a difficult conversation about Ron.
At her computer, and my phone rang. And I pick it up, and I'm looking at it. It says Kathy Thompson.
F-Wood, you're a lunatic. These are some laughing cedar level paragraphs.
Then my phone was ringing, hers was ringing, and it showed my name, Harley, on there. So I said, hello, and she goes, hello? I says, is everything okay? He says, didn't I just talk to you a minute ago? I said, yeah, he's at it already. So yeah,
Well, Ron did say he's going to get...
What in the world is he talking about? So he called Ron's wife, and he was real careful to explain he had done so consensually, to the point of explaining how he acquired her phone number in the first place, which I thought was weird. But then he's saying like, after we hung up, I called her back and then, talked to her for a minute, and then I told her that it must be her dead husband at work. Like what?
Get us each individually in our own little way. So I'm not sure what his plans are with me.
Okay.
Yet, but I'm sure it'll come. He also made a promise.
What a rude thing to say right after somebody's partner dies.
So,
you say something like that.
Have some evidence of Ron.
He can say these.
That would be really
he can say these to her.
Well, I don't know about these guys, but last night
How
we
can
did
he
a
say these?
pre-investigation. I felt like Ron was with me throughout the pre-investigation. I was running the video camera, which was always Ron's job. So by me running it, I felt like he was kind of riding with me.
Just
And
Duluth,
it was a really
Andrew
comforting
Tate
type feeling.
And he was being nice to you then.
Oh, he's always been nice to me. He hasn't joked around with me as much as he has with you guys.
Yeah, but he did like Steve. He really did.
Oh, those two got along.
So he thought it was really great. You know, the way he investigated and did things. He always complimented. To me, he always complimented Steve's work.
And Ron was one of the nicest guys you could ever meet. I don't think he had a bad bone in his body. I mean, he's always looking to get
Realm
you to
Chat,
laugh.
exactly.
Why
else would, this is what I don't get, is why he went directly to like, oh my god, I should explain why I called her. No, it makes sense, dude. If it's your friend's wife, it's not weird that you would have her phone number, and I personally don't think it's weird that you would call just to check in on her. I think it's weird that you would play like a little ghost game with her and then bring up her dead husband. But like, I don't think, and no one would have thought anything about it, I don't think. But the fact that he had to go in and like explain how he got his number was just kind of sus.
Always knew that he had your back
Cow
no matter
eater,
what.
pig
And
worshiper.
if you were having a bad day,
shit smear,
Ron would be there to give you a hug and talk with you.
Hormaxer.
The whole time I never.
I like
seen
how
a
he
guy
says Hormaxer.
cranky,
Hormaxer.
angry.
Even through his sickness, he was never cranky.
That's what he does, right?
We
He
did an
maxes horse.
investigation, and he
Huh,
was
Grace?
sick, just out of the hospital, and we at least had him watching the videos, and he gave it.
I think I could do an
just
entire
couldn't anymore.
kayfabe Menard
And then we were
stream
there for so long
in
that he
character.
took a nap for a while, and then he got up and he went right back to it. And by all rights, Ron was sicker than a dog, and probably shouldn't have been there, but he was not going to let us down. So
Well, and you know, I think he obviously he really loved you guys, and he really, really loved what you were doing, and he wasn't going to miss a minute of it if he could possibly get himself there. So
Yeah.
He did feel at the time when he started doing the moniker, he said that it really kind of, it did kind of bother him a little because he really wanted to be in investigating. You know, but there's some places he went where there's tons of stairs and all kinds of stuff. So it was, you know, just had to keep an eye out. So.
Yeah, and you know this group that we have.
Okay, do you think that they should have like just done the tasteful thing and been like, you know, it's not going to be the same without Ron. We're going to continue our work, but we feel like, you know, this project, Twin Ports Paranormal, should end at episode 8 and just move on.
We consider ourselves family. I mean, these are my brothers, and the girls that are sisters, and Ron was, you know, one of them. And I also have 2 other members in the group that came from being a client, you know, and that's Marty and Terry. And that's how you know you're getting some good guys. You know, they were there, and I really admired the way they were investigating stuff, and then asked them, and they joined, you know, just like Ron, you know, so. We had a really good.
Like
we
Ron.
have a great family in this.
I think you've attracted all the right
Just
people.
like
Yeah,
Ron.
You know?
I don't know.
Everybody has their own personality,
found
that's
each
for
other.
sure. Everybody's different.
So
He says
Hey, you know, he wasn't for everybody.
Imagine we could put up with. So you know.
Yeah, I'm a true believer in it.
We have one more clip, and it's a tribute that you guys put together. For Ron. So let's play that now.
They
and then
say
we'll come back
Ron is like
after
a
that.
river. Those we love don't go away. They walk beside us. It's like Savvy Guy says, you know, sometimes people are here, they're in your life for a season. And sometimes people are in your life for a reason. Oh, he's pretty young too. 69. Shit smear. The Seeker. From Duluth, Minnesota. The Seeker, Ron Thompson. Oh no! Oh no! OPC Don died. No way! What? No way, we only got to see him, like, we met him one time and then he died. Wow. Oh, no. Hold on a second. Let's set this to my, hold on. Let's set this to my song.
In the shadows of Duluth's cold streets, Ron hunts whispers where the dark hearts meet. Harley, Steve, and Rick by his side, but gravity's grip makes him collide. Falling down, but he stands tall. Ron hears echoes through the wall. Phantom chaser Ron, he's on the run. Through the night, through the fog, till the morning sun. He stumbles, he trips, but never backs down. Ghost beware, he's the king of this town.
King of the town.
In the graveyard where the frost does bite.
God, wow.
Flashlight flickers, but he holds it tight. Steve says careful, Rick starts to laugh. Ron's on the ground, lying flat on the path. A tumble here, a roll or two, but Ron's got a job he's gotta do. Phantom chaser Ron, he's
Wow.
on the run. Through the night, through the fog, till the morning
What a touching tribute.
he stumbles, he trips, but never backs down. Ghost beware, he's the king of this town.
Man, Ron Thompson. Thank you, Ron Thompson.
You did a nice job on that.
Thank you.
Yep.
So, you know,
Wow.
it's a tough loss for you guys, I know. But I also feel like, you know,
Well, he's going to be with us.
Yeah, I have
He's
no
always
doubt
going to be
that
with us.
he'll-
I know that.
they'll continue to investigate.
Yeah,
you
OPC
guys.
Ron died.
And you know, if you're ever on an investigation and you hear what sounds
I
like
think we gave Ron I think that song really did him justice. I mean, it was kind of uncanny.
a growl, I would strongly urge you.
Do
to
I have a
consider
knack for songwriting?
might be
It's
Ron.
really tough to determine now.
Yeah.
I'd ran into one of our clients, Deborah, and that was where the meatloaf sandwich came in. I saw her at the quick trip, and she needed a quick prayer because her sister was going to surgery. And we talked, and she was really sorry to hear, you know, what happened with Ron. She just thought Ron was one of the greatest. She says, I remember when I gave him that meatloaf sandwich. That bloody thing had an inch of meat on it. You know, she just. All I could do is when he does stuff like that, I used to always say, "Oh man, here he goes again." You know, just to get things going. Then Ron would start laughing, and oh, it was it was pretty cool. He's gonna, even with the people that he met through us, or we met through him, he's gonna be remembered.
Yeah.
Well, he will definitely be remembered. He will be sorely missed, but I know that, you know, he'll make his presence known.
Ron Thompson may have left his vehicle, but here in the Boyd, he will live forever.
So we're going to continue on, and it's going to be good.
All right. Well, that's it for us this time. We'll be back next time with an episode of the next investigation.
Back to business, yeah, as usual.
Back to investigating.
I know that
Thank you
meatloaf
for being with
story.
us. We'll see you next time.
What a weird show. I told you it'd be better though. Them having to tell like their own stories.
Nobody there.
Nobody there.
Nobody there.
Okay, we got something there. What is that? What is that?
We would hear female voices up in this area. When you mentioned the female presence.
Okay, this is Twin Ports Paranormal episode 9. It's just called Apartment Building. Rest in peace, Ron.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back for another episode of Twin Ports Paranormal.
We may not have agreed with your absolutely batshit crazy beliefs, but we support you, and we're glad that you got to be platformed once. I'm sorry that we compared you to OPC Don shortly before your death, but we hope that you understand. The suits at Palo Alto approved this message.
My name is Victoria Main. I'm here with the Twin Ports Paranormal guys, Rick, Steve, and
One
Harley.
time I got an itch.
And we're going to be hearing
Wow.
about an apartment
statement.
building in the western part of the city.
What a weird
So who's
story
going to
that
start
was.
off and tell us how'd you come in contact with these folks?
Well, I'll tell you, they contacted us through Facebook. We have a messenger on there, and we ended up calling them. And some of the things that they were worried about and complaining about is they would see a shadow figure, a black figure, down the hallway would actually peek out and go back.
Hold on,
and
hold on.
Worried about and complaining about is they would see a shadow figure, a black figure, down the hallway would actually.
So these people are experiencing a black figure in their hallway at night, and they're concerned about it. They're not panicking. They're not super worried about it, but they are starting to develop concerns about a living shadow being existing in their hallway.
Peek out and go back, and this would happen often, especially with her son that would see it. They would have sounds and weird feelings and stuff out of a closet in one of the bedrooms, and in the kids' room, up by the ceiling, the kids were complaining that there was something up there, and it scared them, and it was always up in a certain area in this bedroom. And so we're going to go over there and we're going to check things out, and then the daughter or the fiance of her son showed me this message that she got
Salisbury
over her
steak.
phone. And she has no idea, how it got there.
So she was on her phone. She was going to download something, but she didn't get that
Well,
far.
she always downloads music, and she said her phone gave her like a message that a download.
Yeah, exactly.
Came.
Have you guys noticed that living void that's been occupying space in the hallway recently? Yeah, it's just kind of becoming inconvenient in the mornings. It's a high traffic area. None of us want to risk being sucked through a dimensional portal.
Which she didn't download.
Let's call those guys from
this
the
is
Duluth
sort of
TV
the
show.
Point that just they needed us there.
So they
this
said
really
that's
scared
enough,
them.
and that's when they called.
Yeah.
They don't want to be
So
called
we're gonna
intolerant.
Play this on Rick's phone here. Just keep that over by the mic there, Rick.
Yep.
See, if I worried every time I got one of those, I mean, this is a typical Bethadone 1 a.m. Discord DM.
I'll play it again. And it's just this short one. Just so short of a download, but this is what they do.
Sounds like
4
Tammy
seconds.
Hole.
So this gal doesn't download anything. Her phone just gives her a message saying, "You have a download."
Yes.
She didn't download it. It just appeared.
Yeah.
And that was it. That's creepy. That's
Yeah.
super creepy.
And like we were just talking and discussing, could it be paranormal? Yeah. Steve, you brought up how they can manipulate.
I do think I feel like we gave Ron a better send-off than Twin Ports did. That's just my personal opinion.
Device. Once they figure out how it works, they're able to manipulate it. So it's very
aside
possible
from
that
some
they
of the
manipulated her
allegations
phone
that were being
and
made
put
in the
this on
chat,
there
which I mean,
to
you
try
know,
to get a message to her. But what it says, we have no idea.
Yeah, it almost sounds like it might be another language, like like native.
look at
maybe
Victoria
Ojibwe
showing them
or,
heavies off.
something like that. But it definitely, I can't get an English phrase out of it myself, but it's creepy, really creepy.
Yeah, and I
Pretty
did play it in reverse, and it pretty much sounds the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't make nothing out of it.
So that was when they basically said, all right, that's enough weird stuff, we're calling these guys. So
It
so
is
you
really
went in-
weird too that he died like like we met him for the first time ever, and then he was just dead. It's very bold of a show. I mean, it's like an episode of Oz or something. Nobody's safe.
there, and I want to talk a little bit.
Who's
have
next?
this-
Victoria?
This first EVP here.
Not Carly.
So what are you doing before you get?
Now I'm sad
before
thinking
you
about
get
Carly
this-
being gone.
Well, this particular one, we were sitting in the living room. Actually, I was out walking around probably with the SLS at that time also. But one of our investigators, Terry,
Yeah, they
was
killed off a main
sitting in
character,
the corner
exactly.
there, and she heard like a growl
With her own ears.
with her own ears. You know, we didn't catch nothing on the recorder of a growl, but she heard it. You know,
They're hot-shotting the territory.
but she did ask a question, and she got a response from it. So, I mean, we were just sitting around.
Smelled of coffee
asking
and rubber
questions,
basketballs.
Just doing our normal, with the recorders out and stuff like that, and see if we can get something.
Okay.
And this is what we caught here.
Okay, so let's play that first
Oh
EVP.
yeah, wafting through his hair.
Were you growling over here? Were you growling over here?
Look, I mean, there has to be a point where Victoria is just going to be like, listen, guys, if we're going to keep this thing going, you have to come up with something better than this. Like, come on.
So she hears the growl with her own ears. She asks it, are you growling over here?
Let that
Yeah,
poor
yeah.
man
He says
rest.
yes.
Yes, yep. And of course, we didn't hear that. Yes, it came through the recorder.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, we that's how mainly everything works with us. We can do an investigation, and sometimes you were just sitting there, and you ask these questions, and during the time you don't.
This is
hear
only
anything.
6 years
Yeah.
ago.
But
They
it's
could
when we
all
go
still be
review
alive.
The evidence, and we listen to the recordings. That's when you get everything.
Wow.
It's just amazing how that works.
So you guys had
A twin port. Well, I think some of them are even still active on YouTube. They have a twin ports like ghost group. I'm assuming it's the same people.
it was a pretty active night for you at this place.
Yes.
That's
yes, it was.
squiggly lines don't lie.
Okay.
Yeah, it just sounded like if you looked at the bars, like they barely even moved. It was just like a tiny blip. But Steve is convinced it's a
This
demon.
one's pretty interesting. She asks,
In this one, of course, we asked for.
There's so many moments in this series where I feel like a regular person would just be like, "Check, please. I'm done with Twin Ports Paranormal."
Give us a response. If you're hearing all this kind of stuff. But my recorder that this one came off of was in the closet that they seem to have issues with, and.
Remember when Eric McHenry said he cannot come out of a closet that doesn't exist?
That's why the sound of it is so clear because it came from the closet. And mind you, in this apartment, there is no other apartment around them. So, noises from other tenants ain't interfering with anything.
Explain,
in this
sir.
place. There's nobody around them.
How is
So
there
when
no
these
one
noises
around their
come, the
apartment?
things
Or is
they
he saying
hear
they're like
are
unoccupied?
not from the neighbors or anything.
okay,
So.
do we have that second EVP there?
Did you put the line down to the wall? Movie something.
Take your tits out.
Say something.
Carly, take your tits out.
Knock on a wall. Movie something. Say something.
And the reason why, like, they didn't hear that knock or say, you know, we just heard a knock, is they were actually in the living room. And this closet is in a bedroom.
Oh, okay.
You know, so they didn't hear it. But that's what the recorder picked up right
Wow.
at that point. So it did give a response when they
Who
asked
was
for the
Ruby
knock, they got one.
Nightingale?
Yeah, it's pretty clear.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this next one kind of cracks
Oh my
me up
gosh,
because-
guys. I think I clicked on this profile because they commented on the thing. Oh my gosh. Look, we have harp. Do we have any other harp content? We got cat content, harp content. Oh my gosh. Wow. What if 2 chipmunk content, 2 blue jays and an angry squirrel. Wow. Sign me up.
You've got a spirit who's a little.
That's
bit
all it
of
was.
a-
It was like, oh.
I think I'll let Harley tell you about that one.
I was a little sarcastic.
Yeah.
In a response.
Well, you were going through. They're asking questions, whatever.
Ghost or
and
freaky one.
You're holding a.
I clearly, it
a
said
millimeter
something
that also
inappropriate to
has
Carly, I felt
a
like.
REM on it, you know, and that'll give the colors like a REM pod would. And Harley was starting to say, you know, you got these colors, you know, stuff, and whatever this, the spirit didn't think it was probably a big
It was
deal.
close. It
You
was
know.
close because the colors would it just graduate from one to the next to the next to the next, and it just
Yeah,
just-
like a
it would
legit
stop
harp.
just before it peaked to the last one.
Mhm.
But it was coming up and down, and then it would stay fairly steady, and it was like it was.
I think that's the lady who said that these people were lying, that they were saying that these videos were taken at places that they weren't taken at.
Looking
if I
around
remember
trying to
right.
figure out what I was holding. I don't know.
Sorry.
But it was interesting with the response.
Well, mind you too, when those lights go off, it's picking up something.
So
Something
the lights
is
are like
near.
yellow, green, red, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's picking up an electromagnetic field.
Mm-hmm.
And the closer it gets, the higher the level will be.
So it starts yellow, then it goes to green, then it goes to red.
Each one is different.
Okay.
Pretty much they're all consistent with the last one is red.
Okay.
But mine's different than Harley's, and Rick's is slightly different. You know, it's just whoever makes them. And as I've said in past episodes, everything we use is stuff that is used for other reasons, but it works in the paranormal field. Because what that's
That
for
translates to that the wives won't let them buy anything that's specifically ghost hunting equipment. So they have to buy shit that then they can, like, you know, gimmick to work in ghost hunting.
the location of uninsulated wires. Because that's picking up an
No, I don't think. No, that's not a ghost hunter. That's a waitress or a lady that used to live in the building, I guess. And she's saying that these people are like they're liars, basically.
Field. Same thing in the spirit world.
Oh, did we check
So
these comments?
The stronger the level, the stronger the spirit, or the closer it is.
So when you
One comment, boo, from Robert Ronning. I'm sorry. The place where democracy ends. I know you guys want to watch this, right? You want to... Oh, boy. Huh? Let the games begin. We fucking got this, you guys. Okay. Is this Ruby? I thought that was... Like, my brain told me that was Ruby for a second. All right. Robert Ronning, you're in, buddy.
you guys go into a place, do you do kind of a first baseline sweep?
Yes.
Find out how much, where you're lighting up just for the electricity in the house or whatever?
Because refrigerators are really bad. A lot of microwaves are bad. Freezers.
And if they have
any major appliance.
Yeah, and if they have Wi-Fi, you know, you could either turn that off or know that you're in the area right next to that Wi-Fi, because that'll.
So you guys are sure that
I'm
this
thinking
response
maybe.
that came through was not, you know, something in the house, an appliance of some sort,
Because we
right?
swept that area a number of times. We walked through.
We swept it up.
Different, like another team would go through, they sweep it, we'd sweep it. we thought it was a hot spot. We go back later and check it again, and it's gone.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, now where in the hell is?
In this place, the only spot in the entire place that had high levels was in the kitchen.
You think he's
Because all the
anti-paranormal?
appliances were stacked
Because he
up
said
right
boo.
there in the kitchen.
Sure.
But if you were on the other side of the island, you didn't pick any of it up.
Yeah.
So we primarily just stayed on the outside of the kitchen through
Okay.
the entire investigation,
Okay.
knowing that was a really
Okay.
high levels there.
So Harley's or somebody's commenting on the colors that are
Yes.
appearing on
That
the
was-
rim. Why don't we go ahead and play that third one?
Is that you, Sandra K. LaFree?
I got green and blue. Kind of green when I just shot right to blue and shut off. On the rail pod, right?
Is that you, Sandra K. LaFree?
I got green.
Mommy milkers.
Obviously, he didn't really care it was what color the light was.
Yeah.
He didn't care what was going off at all. It was just whatever.
Whatever.
So that was, yeah.
Whatever.
So you had an irritated spirit. Wanted,
Yeah.
wanted you to move on.
Whatever, Ruby.
To,
Mm-hmm.
You know. That's funny. Okay, this next one. Now, when Harley and I listened to this, like yesterday,
You think this guy's doing okay? He kind of, maybe he's sick or something. Maybe he's he looks a little under the weather.
or Wednesday, it sounded to me like there was two things on it. There's kind of there's a first sound, but then there's a pause, and then there's another, which, well, I won't tell you what I think it sounds like to me, but when we play it, it's like there's a first sound, and then there's a gap, and then there's a little phrase. But I'll tell you what I think it is
There's a little phrase.
after we play it. Let's do clip number
So what
4.
you're gonna do is, it's called a G2 meter that you're gonna hold. You're gonna hold this.
Okay.
Right. When you go around places, just, just walk around like this. And see if this starts flashing. So what you're gonna do is, it's called a G2 meter that you're gonna hold. You're gonna hold this.
Okay.
Right. When you go around. Right. When you go around places. Right. When you go around places. Right. When you go around places.
This is
When you go around places. Right.
Gooner Ghost.
It's like, huh? And then, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't know what that first thing
Victoria,
I
do
don't
not
either,
sell
and
this.
it-
Come
that-
on.
At that point, what was happening there too is the client was giving her the key and telling her, use this and stuff like that, and then that was in there too.
Yeah.
So.
So there was like two things there. Did you guys hear I don't know, or was that?
Well, I like that because to me that's sort of
It was like, I
that's
don't
what
know.
it sounds like. I wasn't
the-
sure, and you
the
guys
tone
were
of it.
listening to it, and that's a good catch.
Yeah, I listened to it with the headphones.
Hell yeah,
When I
harp
did it with
content.
The headphones, then it sounded like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like it was a voice.
I have trouble trying to hear. I was having trouble hearing it here. We played it at the house. I had headphones on, and I could hear something. My hearing has been dissipating so much that it's hard for me to listen in on this without cranking the whole system up. But
It's hard for me to get into it without going into the back of the RV, turning on a lingerie stream, and cranking it.
hearing and seeing this now surprises me too.
Yeah, it does.
Because I didn't
Yeah.
figure that was in there.
Well, to me, it almost sounds like, because the sound that comes before it is kind of like it's almost like two different people.
Mm-hmm.
It's like one voice making that sound, and then the second voice responding, saying, "I don't know."
Okay, so they said, thank you for submitting your interview request for Kevin Smith. Your interest has been logged. Please note we have to submit all requests to Kevin Smith's team for approval prior to the interviews. Due to the number of requests, so basically, like, they're only going to contact me about this particular issue if they have a spot available for me. So we are at least one small step closer to getting the Kevin Smith interview to ask him about EFD and maybe name drop my favorite Catholics.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's.
I don't know. But
Crazy.
Nice.
but the theme of 2
Let's
does
say
come
these
up
graces.
later on in the
Oh
thing.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cranking
Of
it.
2
Yeah.
possible spirits there.
So I'm wondering if that is what was going on there. I want to listen to it again with the headphones because I feel like that first sound is different from the voice that says, I don't know, which clearly sounds like a woman to me.
Yeah.
Which, yeah.
And then
And it sounded like a man.
and
in
the first
one.
the first noise that kind of there's just
Let's
kind
not
of
misgender the ghosts.
Wonder if that was
Okay.
an arguing couple.
Let's not assume their gender.
That's what we're getting at.
I wonder. So so on this next clip now that kind of leads into what we were just talking about with the 2.
Let's Steve explain where you'll lead us up to this one.
Okay, well, we tried a new experiment, which we had never done before, and it worked out tremendously. So what happened was the team and the clients were sitting in the living room. I was sitting at the island near the kitchen, and I put headphones on, and I had it hooked to a spirit box.
Gosh, sorry.
Which is a phonetic generator, creates white noise, and allows spirits to speak through it.
Man,
And what I would do
OPC
is while
Ron
they were
took a
asking
dive. He
questions,
took a bump, and then he took the
I
big
would just spit
dive.
out whatever words I was hearing on the spirit box. And not knowing
Can't
if
we
they
just have a
correlated
happy
or if-
episode of
I don't even know what was being asked.
content
Because I
once
could
in a
hear
while?
little mumbling, but I couldn't make out any words. And at one point, it had lasted for 2 to 3 minutes. I could hear what sounded like a man and a woman arguing. But sometimes with the spirit box being actually a radio, sometimes you may get interference. And I thought, well, maybe I'm catching a little interference. But it kept happening. And I couldn't make out what they were saying, but it was a clear argument between a male and a female. And finally I just said, guys, and just said it kind of jokingly, guys, I am listening to a male and a female fight, arguing.
Well,
when
sounds
it
like what
all
was
said and
happening is
done-
the female ghost was telling the male ghost that she, enjoyed the evening, and thought that the male ghost had a good spirit, but that she wasn't really interested in pursuing a romantic relationship.
Rick had come up to me and said, you know, when you said that, 2 spirits popped up on the SLS camera.
So when you're hearing this through your headphones and that spirit box is sweeping frequencies continuously, like every
At a high rate of speed.
right, like every second,
And reverse.
So it would
Yep.
be very difficult for it to capture a conversation, an argument of any length.
It's very, very strange to hear a full conversation going on over so many different sweeps.
Right.
You know, if it's interference when the radio kicks back on to those frequencies, then we might catch something else, and it's consistent. But to have it running through multiple frequencies is amazing.
And for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go to that next clip, the number 5 there.
We've seen him dance.
They're not referring to anybody in this house?
No, it's between the 2 of them, and it's a male and a female. The male's got a pretty deep voice. And
Listen. I'm holding on to a shred of hope for Victoria / Linda, okay? I want to believe that she's with us and she's on our side, not of who's right or wrong, but of what's objectively bullshit. And if she sells this fucking dancing skeleton, we know that she's completely, gone off.
And this is when I'm saying I hear there are 2 people arguing.
Two of them.
This shows up on the camera.
There's 2 people, you're saying male, female.
Yep.
Okay. And one's bitching at the other, or are they both bitching at each other?
Yeah. You see the guy, the one on the right, that's the guy. Because he's got his back turned to each other.
Are you 2 fighting because my son and my daughter-in-law fight a lot?
Who?
Did you stop fighting?
mind you, on that.
I don't have any idea. I see all this. They use these stick figures that dance, and it's so outlandish.
Popped up. I had nobody behind me with the camera, so I had to pull out my phone really quick and start recording that. So
we wondered if you did it on your phone because
I
it was
had
skinny.
to. Yeah, I had to. It was, he started talking about that, what he's hearing, and I catch this, and I'm not going to start yelling, somebody come over here with the camera, so I just grabbed my phone and started recording that.
Weird that happened right at the same time. So you're listening to him for a full
Like, this show is just wall-to-wall cope. The entire... Like, that's the theme of this. These guys keep coming episode after episode with really nothing to say and nothing to provide. Like, it's amazing to me.
2 minutes.
And they're going to keep going. We're only like halfway through the show.
And I couldn't, to me, I didn't want to spit it out because I didn't know if I was really
The giraffe getting called to main stage.
Because I've been using a spirit box for years, and to hear just a consistent conversation for that long doesn't seem possible with it. But I was proved wrong that night.
Yeah.
The stick figures make the show great. They're the funniest part for sure.
Well then, okay, now this last one is pretty. I think this is super creepy. So
I think you will find the next bit of evidence to be quite compelling. I haven't seen it, but I like this setup from Victoria.
Oh, these people had complained.
Yeah, one of
is this the black figure lurking in the hallway?
The things were in the kids' room. There's 2 beds in there, and there's a lamp. There ain't much furniture in this room at all. Really high ceilings, and the kids would always say, there's something up in that corner. They see a shadow, they see things up there, and it scares them, And immediately, I go in that room and I just sit down on the bed and I turn on the SLS and put it up there. Something was there, just immediately, in the same spot that the
right
kids
where the kids
said and there's nothing there, just wall.
Whoa.
Right, let's go ahead and play number 6 there.
Whoa, did you guys notice that?
Yeah, and there's nothing there, just wall.
Ron?
All right, let's
Ron,
go
is
ahead
that
and
you?
play number 6.
Just
right where the kids.
We're on a. That was pretty startling. They should explain that. I think.
Yeah, and there's nothing there, just wall.
All right, let's go ahead and play number 6 there.
Can you tell me why you're here?
As you can see in that picture on the right, that's actual footage.
Yep.
That's actual.
That's
the
Jedi
camera.
Joy's yapping stance on the bed.
Why do you come here and scare the
Indian
kids?
style.
You can see the floor lamp.
I always wonder, what are those figures doing when they're moving like that?
I don't know. If you look at the head on that thing, it's like angled down.
Child needs to be tormented by
Looking down.
It's just how the camera picks it up.
Yeah.
I know they weren't even like, wow, that was kind of weird.
Little dots.
Anyway, here's some
And that's how
dancing
it
stick
maps.
figures.
Maps you in.
I mean, you swear to God that was somebody dancing.
What was Steve's last answer?
Grace
you know?
Thorpe dance
It's
moves.
like leaning down.
Yeah, but Steve was doing that SLS or the spirit box thing at that time too. And he said something like, "Sometimes I'll hurt you."
I'll hurt you.
Yeah, it was something like
Who's
that.
by me?
Sounds like EFD.
At some point, it's gonna move.
Oh man,
over.
I just.
And then pretty much leave.
Yeah.
Did you see that message?
What message?
It said, sometimes I'll hurt you.
Was that the last thing he said?
Yeah, I was busting a joke, and I was like, what do you wear the panties and she wears the boxers?
Mm.
I didn't like it too much.
Mm.
It looks like that SpongeBob in the Lost. Remember they were gonna air that like Lost footage, and then it was just him walking down the sidewalk, taking different shapes. It kind of reminds me of that too.
Climbing, jumped to Liz.
Wow, that's so weird.
There, you did jump right there.
See, where he is right now, there's a little cutout in that wall, and they had a bunch of property hanging, or in that little area up there. And I don't know, I got a very strange feeling with that section of the wall. 'Cause it just,
I mean, who's more delusional, right? Eric McHenry, who is in this entire world of his own, you know what I mean? But has his, some of you believe, some potential impairments. Or these people who seem otherwise normal and clearly have at least somewhat stable lives. I mean, they actually show up to this show and, they're bringing their stuff. They seem like they're at least competent adults, but who look at this and absolutely not only believe that this is like the ultimate evidence of the existence of the supernatural, but that this is so compelling and so undeniable that you need to take it on television and share it with like everyone in Duluth.
Seemed out of place.
What are you doing?
Wow.
And then it'll just go.
Then it'll disappear.
Yeah, he right up against the outside wall there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's just some creepy.
And especially that's what the kids would see in that spot.
So, like, I don't know, on a scale of 1 to 10, this place seems pretty creepy, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, especially with the families going through there. I mean, like they said, we've seen the shadow figure, and they got
hey, Dave's
little
channel.
kids, and the kids are getting scared. This is the kind of case too that really defines what.
Do they show up everywhere?
Parts Paranormal is we want to help these people out. As a matter of fact, we're going to be going.
In short, in reality, yes, there are probably any room that has items and stuff in it would always have a chance of triggering the connect, which was one of the problems with using it for like if you were playing Just Dance, or they'd have like, carnival games where you would throw a baseball and knock over bottles, like because the connect would pick up other shit like items in the room, or if like a light source was weird, it would grab whatever in a weird way that didn't give you the like desired, effect on the screen. So it probably did pick up that kind of stuff everywhere.
Back there and maybe do a mini investigation and do a complete cleansing of that place because
you got to remember the Kinect was pretty rudimentary technology, even though it was it was very innovative, but it was very rudimentary. Like it wasn't showing you what it sees. It's showing you like what it thinks that it sees. I think the more accurate version of it is the one where you can see all the dots on the wall if you were looking for the ghosts.
She called me again.
Like they did in
Paranormal
Activity.
Actually seems to be getting worse. At the moment, or at the time we did the reveal, and showed them everything that we got, and there was a lot more. But they were okay with that.
I really liked Kinect. I thought it was pretty interesting. Like, it was never really utilized that well. It never had, like, a killer app game, but... Well, I guess Just Dance probably made a ton of money, but it was neat technology, especially for, like, golfing or, like, boxing was really fun.
They figured they could probably live with it now that they know what's going on and stuff like that. But just recently, things are getting bad again. So she wants them out.
Really?
Yeah.
She wants this shadowy figure that lives in her hallway out of here.
She probably could handle them herself, but it's the kids that she's really concerned about right now because they are starting to scream.
I don't know. This kind of talking about it this way is strange to me. The woman's like, well, I think I could get along with the shadowy black figure in the hallway, but I don't know if my children are. I don't know if he's a good influence on my children.
When they see things.
Really?
Yeah.
So, and then you were talking earlier about something in the hallway there, in this building.
Mm-hmm.
So what was that? Where was that? Like, was that on the same floor as these people?
No, it's actually in that apartment. When you first enter the apartment, to your left is.
I hope the ghost is fully clothed whenever the police arrive to remove it, like OPC was.
2 rooms. You got a bedroom or 2 bedrooms. And then there's this hallway that brings you to the living room and the kitchen. So when they're in the living room or in the you know, and they look down this hallway, it's coming like from the bedroom area, you know, and it peeks around the corner into the living room.
So there's
and
a
then goes
black
back.
figure
And they've seen that
peeking out from the bedroom
a lot of times
into the living room.
You know, so yeah, they're getting a little freaked out right now.
Yeah. So on a scale of 1 to 10, we're...
Wouldn't you be more than a little freaked out if you were legitimately seeing a shadow man living in your home, like, frequently? Wouldn't you be more than just like a little bit concerned?
Would you put this one relative to your other investigations?
She's worried about the social
I don't know, this seems to
consequences.
me like-
We've had some pretty rough ones.
Yeah, some, you know, some were worse.
Squatters'
you know,
rights.
But this one's, you know, when it involves kids, I don't care. I'll put it at 10 all the time. You know, because if we have to go in there, and especially with the cleansing, we're
Oh my
Christian, we do
God,
it the
what, the
Christian way.
cleansing?
We will take care of this. We use the holy water, the ointment oils, everything.
That was
We
my next
seal-
question.
We use the sacred oils.
Yeah, we seal the rooms. We bless everything in there, and then we have certain prayers that we use that will rid the negative. You know, if her mother's there, she'll be allowed to stay. You know, but
We
that's-
actually say that in the process.
Yeah.
You know, if you're here, you can stay. All other spirits need to be gone.
And right now, I mean, we're doing pretty good with the results of other places we've done. You know.
Do it with these cleansing
Yes.
that you do?
Yeah. You know, I brought this up before. Where we had a mother call us and, you know, thanked us so much because her daughter now can sleep in her room again. And this girl was 4 years old at the time. She couldn't even sleep in her room.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was. We have some good results after the cleansings, and sometimes we got to go back again. You know, the first time just didn't do it.
Why wouldn't you just do all this immediately? Why wouldn't you just go do the thing and say, hey, all bad spirits or all spirits except for whoever get out? Why would you draw it out and let this shadow entity prey upon this family? How could you be sitting here at this table doing the show if this shadow man still exists? Like, it just seems weird to me. They're so blasé about it.
Well, this sounds like
They're terrified of the stick dancers, but like a shadow man, they're not too concerned with.
So when are you going back in the near future then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. We were gonna do it probably this weekend, but there's been some changes, so I'm gonna contact the client. We're gonna set up another date.
And do you think this is something this you know what's going on? Do you think this is isolated to their apartment in this building, or do you think other tenants are experiencing?
I think Harley's shirt, I think we're seeing here is like a man with a duster on and it's blowing in the wind. This is like his hair here. It looks like he's in front of some kind of like big, maybe like some kind of something up in the cosmos.
Some of what
No, wait. Is it a raven? There's like the head and the beak of the raven and like the wings, maybe.
Well, if anything else, like if it's like the Morgan Park School, it could be.
They want to spiritually cleanse the site in an inclusive way.
I wouldn't doubt it more.
I don't think
Yeah,
Harley
being that
worries
this
about
place was a
inclusion.
school, you know, so it's.
In past schools that I've done, schools can be absolutely incredible places because it can be a positive place, and you'll get a lot of child spirits.
Also,
that are
once
just
again,
there
Harley
hanging
the only
out
one
because that
drinking
was a
like
place
name
that they
brand
enjoyed
coffee.
during their youth. So it would be very hard pressed for me to think that there wasn't more.
Yeah.
In that school.
Okay. All right. Well, another successful investigation, but not quite concluded yet. So I
Not
guess
yet.
we'll
Yep.
be having probably maybe another episode about. Now, will you investigate before you do the cleansing?
That's my plan. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll
Investigate,
part
then we
two,
cleanse.
I guess. So that's it for this time. But we'll see you soon on the next Twin Ports Paranormal. Come back for part 2 of this and more. See you later.
Oh, they all did a sign off that time. All right, well, that's all the time I have today for Twin Ports Paranormal. But I did want to show you one quick clip. But if you're just here for the ghost hunting, that's it. That part's over for now. We'll be back next Wednesday for more of this. Okay, let's see. I got to get down to my clips. Here we go.
Aaron, you told me that...
Hang on.
No, Nova Star, shout out to her.
Okay, hang on. Well, now hold on. Now I lost my spot. Shit. There we go.
This guy's throwing me...
Okay, hang on. We got to go back just a little bit here. Okay.
Tomfoolery is my man. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. You know what? Hold on. Still keeping the same energy. I'm still keeping the same energy.
This is, of course, Hurricane Paro, and he has a run-in with, I think, one of our all-time favorite Thorpe characters, Aaron M. Sound.
I know what is his problem, but, you know, he still has beef with me. Like, but I still keeping the same energy. I'm still keeping the same energy. I know what is his problem, but...
Well, now what's happening?
You know, he still has beef with me. Like,
hang on. I don't know what's going on. I think I'm clicking on something too fast.
This guy's throwing me out of the bus.
This guy's throwing me out of the bus.
And y'all want to know something that I had it out with on summer shit? On summer platform?
This should work now.
Are you the type of person? How do you know about tomfoolery? Bro, hold on. Run your mouth about tomfoolery. Who the fuck is you do?
It won't let me like watch the full video. I don't understand. It's restricting me to the clip.
Aaron, you told me that he forgot about it and he still remembers. He still remembers. So the link is right there. Watch. The link is right there. That I had it out with on summer shit, on summer platform. Are you that type of person? How do you know about tomfoolery, sir? Bro, this is pause right here. This is pause right here. Tomfoolery is my man. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. You know what? Hold on. I want to see if you... Hold on. Let me get this link. Aaron, since you want smoke with me about tomfoolery, come on up. Come on up and explain that I'm wrong in this story. Come on up. Come on up and explain. You'll be... Who, you? Yeah, probably that. No wonder why the Thorpes don't fuck with you. But you have the nerve to talk shit about me? Hit the link, nigga. Seems like this guy wants some smoke by defending tomfoolery. Aaron, if you ban me, fine. Because I'm thinking about doing the same thing if that's the case. I guess you want problems. You want problems? Come pull up. Don't be scared, bro. Pull up and keep the same energy.
Oh my God, this is gold.
This guy's throwing me out of the bus. And y'all want to know something? Aaron, you told me that he forgot about it and he still remembers. He still remembers. So the link is right there. Watch. The link is right there. The link is right there. Come up. Don't hide, nigga. Don't hide. Pull up. Explain what the fuck you meant. I don't talk to jabronis like you. Nigga, I don't talk to fucking losers like you. But you want to be talking shit, so pull up. Pull up. Don't be making excuses. Pull up. Pussy ass nigga.
Oh my God.
The fuck is wrong with you? He remembers when you sent dick pic. When? Please, pull up and tell me. Pull up and tell me. Pull up and tell me, please. Pull up. Pull up and tell me, Aaron. Prove me wrong
Aaron.
that I did that. Prove it. Prove it.
Throw me out of the bus.
Throwing you out of the bus. Nigga, like I said before, I'm gonna say it and I'm gonna say it again. You just talk, but don't fucking bite, okay? Either you sit the fuck down and enjoy the show and shut the fuck up, or get the fuck out. Because right now, this ain't about you. This between me and Aaron. Aaron, get your ass over here and explain.
Oh my God.
I remember what you did to Duke. I remember what you did to Duke the Don. And I know why Duke the Don banned you. And to be honest, after watching this, I really don't blame him. I really don't fucking blame him. Fucking old ass loser. Don't be coming to me with your shit when I said nothing to you. Because you do not want to make an enemy out of me, Grandpa. Fuck out of here. Want me to drop the link again? All right, I will drop the link again. You don't know me. You don't know me. You don't think I'm crazy? Here. I'll drop it again. Pull up.
Oh my God.
Pull up, nigga. Fucking F-slur. And I hope your other boyfriend that is instigating cheerleading this shit joins too.
Instigating.
So Ice Omatic, how about you pull up here instead? Says Aaron's bitch ass don't want to pull up. Pull up. Saying that you're gonna clap my cheeks and smack you. Bitch, nigga, I wish the fuck you would touch my mouth before I touch yours in a torture cheeks and smack you. Don't want to pull up. Pull up. Saying that you're gonna clap my cheeks and smack you. Bitch, nigga, I wish the fuck you would touch my mouth before I touch yours in a torturing way. If you know what I mean.
What?
Up here instead.
What a
Says
promo.
Aaron's bitch ass don't want to pull up. Pull up. Saying that you're gonna clap my cheeks and smack you. Bitch, nigga, I wish the fuck you would touch my mouth before I touch yours in a torturing way.
Yeah,
you know
let's
what
go.
I mean. And after I deal with your mom, I'm gonna torture your whole family members. If you really did.
What?
Before I break your fucking neck.
Wow.
Come up and man, please, can you pull up and keep the same energy, please? I guess I'm gonna have to ask nice.
Yeah, that's Paro.
I guess I'm gonna have. Hold on. How much you? Pussy, beta.
And in case you were curious, the theme of this stream, or the title of it, is just asking WWE to not put the world title on Drew McIntyre. I don't understand why that's the title and this is the content.
You will never come up. Fucking clown. Keep Spurgeon in the chat. Where you at, Aaron?
Aaron.
Are you mad because you're not your shit is not getting more viewers that I have? Is that why, Aaron, that you're now hating on me? Is that why? Because I get more viewers than you? I don't even have the viewers that these people has. Huh?
Oh, yeah, Paro,
Do you
of
think I
course.
will forget that you hating on Flow State instead of saying it to his face? But no, you went behind.
Dude, Hurricane is so deep in the Boit lore, on the the Boit drama. Like he knows who Flow State is feuding with. Like that's mind blowing to me that somebody knows that.
Back, to talk shit about Flow State to me. You thought I was gonna forget that shit? Do not.
There will be no forgiveness.
Again, let's not get started with that. Since you want to defend tomfoolery, I'm going to defend Flow State from your bitch ass for sure.
Oh, boy.
And guess what?
Aaron M. Sound says, I'm going to slap the taste out of your mama's mouth and I'm coming for your cheeks.
My mom is not into white boys. So nice try. Fucking, your breath probably smells so bad that my mom is going to end up smacking the fuck out of you. That's what it is.
It is Drew McIntyre's
What the
fault.
fuck? This is. Go say it to his face, my nigga. Go say that fuck to his face. Say it to his face.
Paro, why are you so invested in Flow State?
Because I know your bitch ass won't. Just like you won't hop in my panel, I know you won't hop in on his and say what you said.
You'd never say that to the
Everything
powdered
that
Dusty's
you said
face.
to me, to Flow State, I dare you to say, yo, go ahead. He's probably live right now. Go
ahead.
I want to see him myself. Bitch ass nigga. And you too. Since you think you bad, go say it to his face too. Since you have a problem with him too.
This is so weird.
Matic. Bro, I can't stand these clone ass niggas, bro. This is one of the guys, chat. This is one of the guys who I thought was more cooler than everyone. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but this better not be true. There's got to be an alt account. I don't know if this is the real Aaron, but Aaron, you know I never said anything personal to you, but this is the thanks I get. All right, man. All right, if this is really you, keep that same energy.
This is absolutely just untethered from reality content.
He runs away when he hears about, yeah, I wish I could believe that shit. I wish I could believe that shit. Just like how you trying to raise Josie and she finesse you with white ass. Yeah, good luck on that. Good luck on that, my nigga. What? Fucking. This is what I always get for being too nice to you niggas. This is what I always get. Anytime I be nice to these motherfuckers, this is the thanks that I get.
That's the problem. Clearly.
Niggas talking shit behind my back.
Would you guys agree with that? Do you think the real problem for Paro is that he's too nice of a guy?
For what? For content? Well, I did nothing but be respectful to you, Aaron, and this is the thanks I get?
I'm in tears
Keep
here.
that same energy. Because you know you will never talk like this to me in person.
I'm like Kinetic Kel on a panel with Grace. I'm tearing up.
So I don't know who the fuck you are, but you better watch your
Good
fucking
luck
tone,
on
my
that.
nigga. Because I'm not the one.
I'm not the one.
Se lo estoy diciendo.
Paro sent this to me too. He sent me the link on Discord.
If you want to keep your teeth in your mouth, watch what you fucking say. Bro, listen, that's what people were telling me, that, he's a crazy old man. But after, watching him going off like this, like, I guess it's true. And he can't even address, me sending tomfoolery dick pics. He can't even address that.
Send tomfoolery dick pics? What?
Excuse, I don't talk to jabronis. Nigga, you a bitch. You know you're doing this for clout, to trying to get my attention.
Paro's remembering every insult now.
Don't be coming up with no fucking excuse why you cannot confront Hurricane Paro. You're just a bitch, bro. Keep spurging in the chat, along with this nobody who was one of the reasons why my voice was almost cracked on that panel, and keep watching while I'm focusing on the topic. Wait, he did? I am not surprised.
I'm not surprised by this at all.
No wonder why people always talk shit about Aaron. I could see why.
I'm not surprised
and after
at all,
watching
baby.
this, I was like, it all makes sense. It all makes perfectly fucking sense.
Perfectly sense.
This motherfucker will never have this same smoke to me in person.
Yeah, that's the
what
same
the
Hurricane
internet is
Paro.
for. Knowing that people get away with shit without getting punched in the face. Let him off the hook too easily. He talks shit about your mom. Listen, not only him talk shit about my mom. Everybody does talk shit about my mom. But like I said, if this was in person, he would never get away with it. He would never ever get away with it. And just like how he just ran off from my panel after I called him out, and then him making excuses.
Fusion Studios is like the lamp. all the moths want to come here.
Making excuses as
It's
why he won't
safe
come up
zone.
and claim that I did that shit. Yeah, it made him look worse. And before you do a video on me, Aaron, you better come with receipts and facts. You better come with receipts. And y'all want to know something? This is the guy that said that Nikki knew was grape.
That's his big crime. Listen, you guys are never gonna believe this, but he thinks Nikki New is a great person.
And the way he said it I should have knew that was a red flag. I should have knew that was a red flag.
If you like Nikki knew it's a red flag.
I should have knew that was a red flag. The fuck, bro. This is why, bro. After this, I can't be friends with nobody again. After this, because what's the point of you rocking with me, Aaron?
It's like Savvy Guy says, people, you never know when people are going to switch up on you.
Like doing this to me behind my back the whole time. All talk like a proper keyboard warrior, but you're scared to pull up
After
your
when
door.
he gets to work.
And you're scared for the fate that I offered you this week. Yeah. Don't
Yeah.
forget about that. I don't know if you was like, I own you or I cornball you. If that's you, then you a bitch, Les is a bitch, and Chris is a bitch. And of course, Apollo's a bitch too, because Apollo was he tried it.
If you never seen him, here's what he
You
looks
know.
like. He had his cam on for part of it. I can't watch too much more of it though.
The company, not only they catering to Drew McIntyre.
There you go.
They're really catering to Drew McIntyre, y'all. They really are. They are really catering to this nigga. Like, having this company learned already of Drew McIntyre not even a big draw to put the title on him. I'd rather see Roman Reigns win the fucking belt.
True.
But Drew McIntyre?
Yeah.
Nah, nigga.
Agreed.
Nah. We're tired of Drew McIntyre.
Yes.
Give us somebody else. And not Drew McIntyre. Oh, LA Knight. Fuck LA Knight. Fuck Eli Drake. Fuck that nigga. Nah. Nah. Even if it's
can't
LA
put the
Knight,
strap
I will
on him. He
still
likes
make this
Drake.
video and advise WWE, don't do it. Do not do it. Do not do it, WWE. Do not fucking do it.
Don't do it.
Do not do it, bro. I want to see what else this company will do next. I want to see. I really want to see.
I don't know how he feels about Karrion Kross.
And Isomatic, if you're still there, come pull up.
He's streaming from his beach hut.
Oh, you want to say, oh, cam up. Here I am. I decided to cam up, nigga. So now y'all do not have to waste your breath and time to advise another grown man to cam up. Now I'm here camming up. So what else y'all can say? I want to know. What's your excuse now? Fucking cornballs. I want to hear the next excuse as why these niggas are scared to pull up to my panel to keep the same
I
energy.
cammed up because I wanted to.
I enjoy AEW
Okay.
a lot more.
His page is, of course, at Hurricane Paro. But thanks for hanging out. I'm going to go, but I appreciate you guys hanging out. I'll be back tomorrow for a Boit Watch XL dive into the Black Pill. And then Friday will be Memphis, Saturday Boit Watch, and that's it. So, all right. Appreciate it. Thank you to Hurricane Paro and the Twin Ports crew. Hopefully we did justice for Ron. But I will see you guys later.